We shall see what unfolds this European evening in Vienna. I think it's high time now I handed you over to your match commentator for the evening, Mr. Thomas Duncan.
Thanks, David. Hearts long and at times bruising European qualification campaign comes down to this: a one-game shootout for a place in the Conference League proper. And it is a feat that so few of our clubs have managed, just to win a two-legged qualification tie to get into group and league phase of competitions. Some have dropped in as of right straight from their placing in the Premiership or as Scottish Cup winners, but so many clubs have struggled, Hearts among them. Can they change that tonight in Vienna? It is going to be a very tough test, but Claudio Braga on the right-hand side picks up straight away, and the ball is just a bit overcooked as McPake tried to get onto it on the left-hand side of the area, but decent enough start from Heart of Midlothian. Lost 7 of the last 8 on the road in Europe. Haven't won away from Tynecastle this season yet. It is a massive ask for them to do so against Rapid, who had won 7 from 7 before their visit to Tynecastle last week, coming away with the draw. Here is Dahl for them, the Norwegian left winger, crossing the halfway line. He's got Altena in front of him, goes inside Miller towards the centre of the pitch. Now it's Seidel, whose brother scored for Sturm Graz at Tynecastle in the Champions League qualifiers. Here's Jannis Horn, Aman to Seidel. Hearts back in their shape. James Wilson moving across to close down. The one change from the first leg, replacing Pierre-Landry Cabori. Rapid find Dahl inside, and then his pass is pretty slow, and that allows Calvin Miller to take it away from Jannis Horn. It is a throw-in to Rapid Vienna.
I think you can already see that Rapid are going to have most of the possession. Hearts are going to have to keep their shape, make sure that Miller and McPake double back and help the full backs if they can, because that's where the strength is for Rapid, in the wider areas.
Here is Horn, put a couple of dangerous balls in the first leg. Goes through for McEntee to clear, headed by Aman in midfield, and then Renault back with McEntee filling in again at centre-back. Brilliant composure from him, away from the pressure of a challenge that was coming in. It's now Renault. Looks like he was trying to get the switch out before he's closed down. We've already seen in his early Hearts days he is capable of pinging those long diagonal balls, as well as pinging them into the top corner of the net, as evidenced against Dundee United. Here's McEntee, clips it forward. Miller tries to help it on its way. It's Royal who clears into midfield. Amani, and it's wobbling about. Braga goes after it, but it is Rapids who emerge with the ball. As Alan says, they will surely dominate it for most of this game. The question, I feel, is Hearts want to be a side that plays in Europe regularly. It has this season, with everything that's gone on over the summer, perhaps come too soon, or can this new look Hearts side spring a surprise as they spring forward here through Wilson down the right hand side of the box. Flag stays down, he pulls it back towards the penalty spot, and it was behind Braga, and a little opportunity is gone. 0-0 after 3 minutes.
Yeah, good play there, but I think James, that final ball there, he's just got to try and get it to, he's got to make sure he hits Braga, it goes behind him. And these are maybe the small opportunities that Hearts will get, where they get really good play into a good position. That final pass has to be bang on the money to give Braga the opportunity to get a strike at goal, because he's in a very good position there. He's, what, 10 yards out or so?
The real opportunity, Ryan. You see Braga points to exactly where he wants it, and Wilson just doesn't find him.
And here's a dangerous opportunity for Demir, formerly of Barcelona, weaving his way forward. Now he's closed down, gives it out to Tony Adamson. And back to Demir, who plays it in with a left foot, and Borhaus comes and punches. Miller controls on the chest. Rapid fans think it was with an arm. Altena now has it on the right-hand side. The Hearts right back, more comfortable moving forward here. And he often is going the other way, as he does well to earn a free kick just over halfway.
Yeah, that was really good play there from Altena. As you're saying there, Thomas, you're 100% right. He actually has really good going forward. It's defensively that sometimes he lets himself down there, but doing well to come out of his own 18-yard box and then buy the foul. And again, I think that's where Hearts just need to take their time to let themselves get back into the game.
Giving away the ball here though. It is Demir. Comes in on the left foot, he runs into traffic, which is Spittle. Hearts captain does well, and now Altena can clear out just over halfway for a rapid throw-in on the far side. 0-0 after just under 5 minutes.
I think that's the issue there. You see they take the free kick quickly for me, and then the possession turns over really quickly and they're on the back foot. Just settle everything down. You're 5 minutes into the start of the game. They've actually started reasonably well. Don't give Rapid any chance to come at you, especially unnecessarily, like having the possession, having that free kick there. Just take your time, try and get yourself up the park.
What I've seen last week at the game, Ryan, was that they're quite happy to go 2 for 2 at the back. Their two centre halves will stay up with Braga and Wilson. So if Hearts can get the ball in good possession and one of them, Renault or Spittle, can get their head up, they're going to be man for man back there.
Goes into the big number 9 for Rapid. Cara, who holds it up well, offloads possession. It goes back to Romeo Aman, the Ivory Coast midfielder who delivered a brilliant performance a few seasons ago for Hacken against Aberdeen in the Europa League playoff in 2023. Rapid Vienna, of course, dumping Dundee United out of this very competition in the third qualifying round a year ago on penalties. Tannadice after a 4-4 aggregate scoreline. Actually, fairly settled side since then. Largely the same squad, albeit with a new manager, Yanis Torup, formerly of Norwich. Hearts give it away though, and there's a late sliding challenge on Dahl from Altena. And it will give Rapid a free kick, central position, about 25-27 yards from Bo Rouse's goal.
Yeah, Altena, I don't really think he has to make the tackle there. He can just stand up. The Rapid striker's facing towards his own goal, so just stand there, hold your position. But again, Hearts on a really good shape there. Blair Spittle gives the ball away so needlessly into the middle of the pitch, which he cannot do. And they're now under severe pressure with giving away the free kick. And these are the little things. These are the little things in Europe that you just cannot get away with.
Yeah, Hearts forced to defend this free kick now. It's a good 30 yards out. Bendiguz Bola, the Hungary international, is one of those over it. Demir is another one, and he gets it on target, and Rouse couldn't hold it. Luckily, Jamie McCart reacts quickest to boot it away, throwing on the far side.
I think you'd like to see that from behind the striker of the ball. He seemed to move. He gets his body on it, which is the most important thing. Doesn't collect it, but spills it. But thankfully, the defender's there to boot it away.
Rapid take the throw in. Bola back to his centre half Svetkovic, and across to Royal. Had an eventful game. The first leg crashing in the opening goal with a wonderful header, and also sliding McPake's ball past his own goalkeeper. Here's Aman in Hearts territory to Dahl. Now out to Yanis Horn, the left back. Thinks about crossing, shuffles inside the pitch. The pitch doesn't look in great condition.
It looks poor, doesn't it? It looks really bitty on this side where Miller and Altena are.
Yeah, the surface in Linz last night wasn't great either. Austrian grass, not up to it this time of year, but yeah, it's quite muddy on what is Hearts' right-hand side. As Rapid come down the other side, and the ball in behind finds Adamson. Flag stays down. Adamson plays it inside, but it's behind the teammate. Pops back to him, he dummies, and then the strike comes in. Bo Rouse rushes off his line, closes down the angle, and makes a great save. Corner to Rapid.
I thought he was offside initially. I'd like to see that one again. It's a really good run. It's tight. I think Finlay might just be playing him on.
Akate's got to go with him there.
Yeah, he has. It's laziness. Honestly, he's got to drop with him, but then they managed to get back in. And again, McEntee gets done, sold a dummy. Great save by the keeper.
Corner to Rapid Vienna on the far side. Hearts, as Alan touched on pre-match, a bit vulnerable from set pieces. That one's into the near post. Poor ball, it was low. And Altena was there to turn it behind for another corner. Rapid Vienna will get another chance.
Well, you're 8 minutes in now, and they've gave away the ball sloppily to give away the free kick, which troubled the goalkeeper. And then that one there, McAtee has to go with them there, and a little bit better finishing could have ended up in a goal. So a couple of warnings there for Hearts.
This is what happened last week. They took it short 3 or 4 times. Hearts didn't get out.
In comes the ball. It was low though, not a good delivery, but did find a teammate in Cara, but he would certainly be looking for a better delivery than the one he got.
I actually wrote that in my notes last night because I watched the game obviously in the house, and I was sitting last night with the kids were at the gym, and I thought I'll write down some notes, and that was one of the things, was the short corners.
Yeah, they've done it, honestly, they've done it 3 or 4 times. There was 3 out, that ball's moving from that free kick, gone from left to right. It's actually a really good save from Roos in the end.
Oh, now it's bobbling about just inside Hearts' penalty area. Stuart Finlay recovers, and Oisin McEntee is gesturing furiously. Just Hearts looking a bit vulnerable after an assured opening 5 minutes. The last 5 hasn't been so good, but they've won it here. McPake trying to get the better of a man, but doesn't manage it. And now it's Ro Yao, the centre back.
I think McPake, you don't try and nutmeg him on the line, on the halfway line. Just run him into the corner. Try and get your team up the pitch as high as you can.
Needs to do better. Really needs to do better there. It just takes a bit of respite off the back 4. If he's apologising, you see him putting his hand up to Braga in the back 4 because he has to take it up the line. Hearts are under the cosh at the moment, under a bit of pressure. He can ease that pressure a little bit by taking the team up 30 yards.
Austrian sides have certainly inflicted their fair share of damage on Scottish opposition this season. Sturm Graz doing Hearts for 6 on aggregate in the Champions League. The worst ever aggregate reverse in a European tie. And of course, Lask probably inflicting Celtic's worst ever European defeat in terms of just the sheer scale of the comeback and collapse from Celtic as it's played forward for McPake, or Wilson rather, but it's goes right through to the goalkeeper, and Rapid Vienna will start again. It's Ro Yao into midfield where Matthias Seidel picks up, edges it to Cvetkovic, albeit Rapid failed to win on Scottish soil again last week. Never done so in 8 attempts, but won 3 of their last ties against Scottish opposition overall. I mentioned that Dundee United one last year, as Dahl jinks in field and is felled by Altena again. It will be a Rapid free kick just in Hearts territory.
I would like Renault goes forward there to try and stop them taking it short. I'd like him just to get back in shape. He's just leaving Spittle in there on his own, and it's an easy clip pass for Rapid to play it into the middle of the park and get out the other side.
It's the game management side of things, as I was saying to you before we started. The professional side of it is McPake knowing to run it into the corner there, Renault knowing to sit in his shape, not go and let his midfield partner in there on his own. Because at this elite level, as if one guy breaks the chink, they can find you. They can find that quickly, and then they're through the lines.
Yeah, well, we saw Benfica do it in utterly ruthless fashion. Such a
that looks a bad challenge on Renault, and he's actually given it was a foul by Altena initially on the Rapid player, but he falls into Renault into his left ankle.
Yeah, and he's now down flat on his back, receiving treatment from the Hearts physio. It's Hearts taking on some water on the sidelines and some instruction from Wouter Vranken.
I think he's struggling.
Yeah,
I think it could be done. That you'd think it would be Magnussen coming on for me.
Yeah, you'd think so. That's a blow.
Again, though, once again, you're seeing the injuries. The centre half's done. That it's came up as well. Fagan Walcott, he's out. Obviously, real bitter blow. Now that Renault's on, Magnussen's coming on for him. Like for like, really. Although Thomas likes to get into the box, Renault doesn't. So you've really got 2 central midfield players, one in Spittle and one in Magnussen. Not really great defensively. Renault was that one that would try and sit in and protect. But this looks a bad one.
Yeah, they've got the stretcher on for him, which is...
You see sometimes when someone lands on that ankle, it could be the ligament, it could be a clean break. Hopefully it's neither of them, but
that would be a horrible blow for obviously for Hearts. We're just seeing a replay there. It looks a really bad one. He's just literally got up and running as a Hearts player as well, Tom Renault. Let's hope it looks worse than it actually is for him, but they've got the stretcher out for him, and Thomas Magnussen is going to have to come on. And Hearts not with their troubles to seek injury-wise, as Alan mentioned, with Fagan Walcott, Milne, Kingsley, Halkett already out. And now it looks like Tom Renault. That doesn't look like one you're going to be back playing next week from, at least initially. Just on the replay, it's gone over on his ankle horribly. And he's going to be wheeled off.
Again, as a group now with Magnussen coming on, what they should be doing is, if you're Blair Spittle, you should be sitting saying to him, listen, The next 5 or 10 minutes coming on after 14 minutes is always difficult because mentally you haven't prepared to come on as much as you've probably warmed up properly and things like that. Mentally you're thinking it'll be second half before I come on. The next 5 or 10 minutes, can him and Blair Spittle just sit in that central midfield area? As Alan said, he does like to go forward. Maybe leave that until the second half, or if the right opportunity comes up, then yeah, go. But in the main, can we just sit in this shape? Can he then feel his way into the game?
Yeah, it's a really horrible moment for Tom Renault. Gets an ovation from the around about 1,000 Hearts fans who are in the corner at the Allianz Stadion in Vienna, and they're forced into a switch. Wouter Rankin really wouldn't have wanted to make at this stage of the game. 15 minutes in, Rapid Vienna 0, Hearts 0, 2-2 on aggregate.
You would have maybe have thought if Mendy had had a few more minutes under his belt, he might have put him on, but it's a long way out still.
Here come Rapid down the right-hand side. Low cross, away by Finlay, out for a throw-in. So Rapid on the far side. And the Austrians had 2 sights at goal. Borhaus doing his job both occasions. Hearts had that early opportunity to try and pick out Braga in the box. Wilson didn't manage to do it. Here's Demir, whose brother Furkan is on the bench. Here is Yusuf Demir, whose free kick tested Rouse. Svetkovic, Aman takes it forwards, barrels round and then plays it out to the wing, and then it's nice play by Dahl to give it back to Aman. It's on the edge of the Hearts box, hooked away. Wilson tries to hold it in, he's bundled over by the centre half Royal, and it is a free kick to Hearts halfway up their own half. 16 played, still goalless.
Yeah, it's good play from James Wilson. Just buying the foul there. Trust me, I've been that when you're a centre forward. Someone fizzes a ball into you and you've got 2 or 3 defenders round you. You do everything you possibly can to shield it. He does it so well, and then buys his team the free kick.
Oh, and it's played into it.
Stuart Finlay.
Yeah, plays it straight into Adamson, and he got away with it there. Rapids threatened, but Hearts just all too careless in possession, and again giving it straight to Demir. He's on the corner of the box. Now it's with Seidel, back to Demir. Thinks about the left-footed shot, eventually tries to get the pass away. Braga blocks it. It's nodded down and to the feet of Braga. He plays it nicely over his shoulder into the path of Magnussen, who nods it forwards, and he strides over halfway now, and then he tried to play in Miller, but Miller didn't want it beyond. He wanted it to feet, and it runs in behind.
It was the right ball, not for Magnussen, for Miller to get it to feet. He was in acres of space. Hearts have just been really slack at the moment. With Finlay there, it was a minute ago as well. He's got to take care of the ball. They don't have a lot of it, but take care of it when you have it.
Yeah, you look at Seidel there in a bit of a spot, swivels and gets the switch away in his own half. Sort of control that Hearts are looking for as the sliding challenge goes in from McEntee, and he's flashed a yellow card as a free kick gets awarded to Rapid Vienna. And now Hearts with a centre back on an early booking. 17 minutes played. Rapid 0, Hearts 0, 2-2 on aggregate.
I thought he won the ball there.
It looked like it, but it was the same last week. They got an early yellow card in the game. Got to be careful now. Can't be slack at all. And as I said earlier, this is a centre midfield player.
Or not.
It's a yellow card.
Take it back.
It's lucky he's not looking at a potential red. The way he catches him on the ankle. Thankfully it's low, his foot's low, but it's a yellow card.
Yeah, and the studs aren't up either, so
For the
like
space,
a textbook yellow there.
in the space of 10 seconds, I've gone from good tackle to he shouldn't have done that. He should just have stood up.
Well, that's what the benefit of a replay can do for you. Is, think of the poor refs who've got to make the decision in real time. That's one of the only times the referees will get some sympathy on the...
What Alan's saying as well, I see when it goes to Stuart Finlay there, as a centre half, just be long in your clearance. Be big, knock it into their half. Again, you're allowing your team to get up the pitch. You've got that pace with James Wilson there to let him go and chase the lost causes. To be fair, Claudio Braga will do the same. Just make sure your clearances, it's my pet hate when my centre half used to try and clear it, and he would clear it into midfield. And even as a midfielder, you're banking on him clearing it, so you're on the way as well.
Turn their back four if you can.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's Rapid on the ball at the back, take that free kick as the man controls it, and then nice forward pass into Demir, who's seen lots of the ball, playing as a wide player but popping up inside the pitch all the time. Goes back to Bolla, a Hungary international, played against Scotland in that Euro 2024 game in Stuttgart a couple of years ago. Here's Royal, Out to Peter Dahl. It's a lovely ball down the left-hand side of the box for Jannis Horn. Horn's ball, touched by Adamson, brings it out the air, gets a strike away, it takes a deflection, and then it is Carrow dived at it to try and turn it goalward. He might have been better leaving it unless it came back off Adamson. I thought it might have been a corner.
I think it's Magnuson having a go at Miller for no tracking back. I think if you see it,
Calvin Miller's got to go with him,
he has
hasn't
to.
he? He's got,
Magnuson's having a go at him.
because then Magnuson actually tries to overcompensate for him, and then he leaves his man. The cross then falls to Magnuson's man, and you just see how it sort of unravels very quickly.
A brilliant play again from young Wilson, taking it in there, little cross turn, he's fouled, that gets Hearts up the park again. Really good play. Player grabs him back, buys his side a free kick. He's done really well in this early part of the game. He's not the most physical, but he's very clever on the ball with his feet.
What a terrific moment for him. Career highlight so far for James Wilson as a boyhood Hearts fan, to rip a goal like that in a big European game at Tynecastle. The only sin for him was that Hearts couldn't hold on to the lead that it gave them, but nonetheless, brilliant moment. He is Hearts' youngest ever European goal scorer. The one he netted against Petrokub, but that's perhaps the only thing that Hearts would like to remember from that game. When they were last in the Conference League a couple of years ago, fluffed their chance at home to get into the knockout rounds, as so many Scottish clubs have managed to do over the years, and failed to beat opposition they should have beat. Right now it's 0-0, 2-2 on aggregate as Hearts come forwards. Royal clears, Magnuson and Altinel go after it, and then there's a little nudge from Altinel, and he needs to be careful. That's 3 fouls already from the Dutchman.
And he was at fault for the free kick when obviously Renault does his ankle in as well. Altena, he's very, very clumsy. He's got his eye on the ball there, I get that, but he's just clumsy.
There's just no need for that, isn't there? I think it's just such a silly foul to give away. As we've said, he's so good on the ball, he gives you a lot of good attributes going forward, but defensively, you need your right back to be able to understand defensively what he has to do in the right times, and that certainly wasn't the right thing to do in that position.
I think he's a wing back, Thomas, to be honest. I think he played better as wide right in a 5. I think in a flat 4 he struggles, and I don't think Hearts have had a right back since Michael Smith that can defend it.
Yeah.
And you're talking about 6 or 7 years ago now that Michael was there.
Yeah, and Derek McInnes played Alton in midfield. I mean, he'd only played 52 first team games before he arrived at Hearts, and obviously he flashed up very, very positively in the Jamestown, but sometimes I think he plays like he hasn't played a lot of first team games, certainly defensively. But it's Rapid Vienna in possession here. Svetkovic on the halfway line, pauses, waiting for an option to appear. Hearts staying in their shape, and then the centre half drives past Wilson and then offloads it to Adamson on the right hand side. Denmark player is a live wire up front. It goes back to a man, and then Royal, a towering centre half, goes square. He's halfway up Hearts territory. Now it's Adamson, and then inside with a pass. Oh, the lovely ball, reverse ball for Adamson, and then he flashes the ball into the 6-yard box, and Dahl is trying to get on the end of it. Hearts can't clear, still bubbling about in there, still they can't get it clear. How is this not ended up either cleared or in the back of the net? And eventually the free kick is given to Hearts, and they breathe a sigh of relief after a quarter of this second leg. It's still goalless, 2-2 on aggregate.
Jamie McCart, you cannot let the ball go up the inside of you just can't. Then it comes through his legs. McEntee's in there, but he doesn't know where the ball is. He kicks it, hits Altena. The keeper comes out. Altena's on the ground, and he's trying to clear it. Eventually, it goes back into the goalkeeper's arms. But that's a problem that you cannot as a fullback. Now Jamie McCart's not a fullback. It's criminal to let the ball go up the inside of you as a fullback. You just can't do that. He just switches off. He actually turns the wrong way.
Yeah, so I was just about to say his body position there was completely wrong, going on the wrong actual side of the actual ball, and they managed to get away with one. I think for Hearts just now, I think the manager will be looking to try and get McPake and Calvin Miller into the game a lot more. Just try and get it wide. I would literally be saying to the boys, can we get it to your feet? Go and ask some questions, go and try and get us up the park.
They've not been in it at all.
No.
Although we've played a quarter of the game and they're still 0-0, so it's been as I think the first objectives is now there. They've played themselves into the game. We're a quarter of the way through it. They've got a decent shape, but they're not really imposing themselves on Rapid at all.
I think there Magnuson gets the ball in the middle of the pitch and he tries to play the ball to Calvin Miller, but underhits it. It's so important that, how many times do we say it, just overhit it. If it goes out for a throw in, then we're 90 yards from a goal. I think that'll be the biggest thing, is get the two wide players into the game as much as we possibly can, get balls into the box for Wilson and Braga to be in and round about.
You're listening to Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland Extra. Rapid Vienna 0, Hearts 0, 2-2 on aggregate. Hearts bid for the Conference League proper. This the playoff rounds, first of 4 ties at this stage involving Scottish opposition. This being played on the Wednesday night rather than the Thursday, because Austria Vienna host Braga in the competition tomorrow. Means the two Vienna sides can't be home at the same night. And here is Horn playing it into the box for Rapid. Now Dahl picks it up, good clearance from McEntee in the nick of time. Braga wins it, and then it's back to Alta now, clears up the pitch. Wilson battling with someone, another who's maybe half a foot or more taller than him, and he loses out.
But the crossfield pass here, where is Altena? He's not in position, he's not playing as a fullback. It was similar to the first goal they lost at Aberdeen. He's not in his fullback area. The one at Pittodrie, there's 4 minutes to go and play right back. He just seems to disappear at times.
Here is Serge Philippe Royau, and he gives it to Janus Horn, the left back, in his own half. Positive for Hearts, haven't really been in the game as an attacking force, but it's still all level, all to play for after 25 minutes in Vienna. Rapid have been knocking at the door, had a couple of chances, but nothing glaring so far. And they will be frustrated with that. The home sides won 7 from 7 before that draw last week at Tynecastle. Started the season really well under Johannes Hoftorup, the former Norwich boss. As it's played forward for Dahl, who's made the run in from the left. He controls it, holds it up well, gives it to Demir. Now it's Ercan Kara on the edge of the box. Strike block by McEntee, breaks for Dahl. His pass is behind Demir. The man picks up and then clips the ball into the box. McEntee's header bounces on the turf. Braga's underneath it, and there's an aerial challenge which I think should be a free kick, but it's Dahl who takes it off Altena, and it's into the 6-yard box. What a ball that was, but Rapid unable to turn it home. Jordi Altena caught out again there. Stays 0-0 though.
Oh, I could not play with him, honest. I mean, as we've said, and always are saying it, we're giving him the benefit of the doubt here that he hasn't played many games, that he's really good going forward, but I don't even know what he's doing there. He literally runs past the ball, it goes through his legs. He put a really good ball right, flash it right across the goal there, and if a striker's on his toes, he's got a tap in. It's just so bad defending down the right hand side, and as Alan said, he did it at Aberdeen, even for the Stuart Finlay sending off him for the penalty. He gets caught wrong side, he doesn't go with his runner. And for me, if you're looking at it now, if you're the Rapid player and the Rapid team, you're just saying play everything down that right back side.
Yeah, as Bendigou's ball, the right back gives it to Cvetkovic. Royau, two giant centre halves that Rapid have got. Janus Horn goes back to Royau. He goes square for Cvetkovic. Braga tries to close him down. It's now a man. Wilson at his back, but they pop it around in their own half. Rapid keep possession. As I said, commentary from Jablonec against Rangers tomorrow night, live on Sports in the 5 o'clock game. We'll also have full live commentary from Easter Road in the 8 o'clock kickoff. Rangers, of course, 1-0 up from the first leg. Hibs goalless with Ghent. 8 o'clock kickoff at Easter Road. We'll have updates from Freiburg Motherwell, as well as Adamson comes down the right hand side for Rapid Vienna. He's looking for support, gets it now from a man, and it's now to Bolla, back to Adamson. Adamson out to Demir. Demir sends it in with the left foot, and it's far too heavy and bounces behind for a Hearts goal kick. 0-0.
That's perfect for Hearts. Good shape, passing people on, good you could hear the Hearts players talking there, good communication, passing one player on from another. And if they can do that and cut out the silly mistakes, especially down the right hand side just now, and get to 75-80 minutes, then they'll be right in the game. When they do string passes together, they actually look as if they can cut through Rapid Vienna.
Claudio Braga wins a free kick, centre circle.
Much better play. McEntee Altena into Spittle, down the line, Wilson flicks it on, Braga gets a foul, Hearts are up the park. Really good play there.
Yeah, it was Yusuf Demir that caught Claudio Braga there as he tried to escape from his own half. Braga, remains to be seen whether he'll still be a Hearts player come the 4th of September, as Wilson picks up, tries to find Magnussen, it's intercepted, goes back through to Johannes Horn, and he nods back to his goalkeeper Hedel. And Rapid Vienna will start again. They're a patient team. They Torup came in December last year after a collapse in form. They actually finished bottom of the Conference League, even below Aberdeen last season, who were second bottom, but they had a much easier run of games than Aberdeen did, in fairness. And manager Peter Stoger was dismissed. They got to the quarter-finals of this competition the season before that, so very capable at this level. As they look for a free kick here. Adamson's rather stunned he didn't get one for McCart running into him. Hearts have kept the ball nicely though. Calvin Miller turns, plays it down the line but doesn't reach Braga, and Royal strokes it back to his goalkeeper. He takes it to the left of his penalty area and completely miscues his clearance, and Hearts will get some territory here.
Listen, that's still okay. It wasn't the greatest ball there by Calvin Miller, but again it just shows you when you pass forward, it allows the full team to get up at them, puts them under a bit of pressure. The goalkeeper goes back to the goalkeeper scarfs it out for a throw in, and it just gives you a bit of confidence.
Nice play from Calvin Miller from the throw in to play it out to McPake on the left hand side. He's at the edge of the box, comes in on the right foot, then goes back to McCart with a pass. Magnussen is infield, but he goes back out to McPake, who's now on the touchline. He gives it back to Jamie McCart. McEntee wants it. It goes via Findlay though, and McEntee controls with the right foot, gives it to Alton on the right hand side. Miller, best spell of possession for Hearts here. What can they do with it? Miller threads a lovely ball into Braga, back to Miller. Good football from Hearts as Miller then pings a left-footed switch out to the other touchline. There's a slight miscommunication between McPake and McCart, but they sort it out. McPake gets on the ball and he goes on a lovely little run, and was he tripped there? Looked like he was, and the referee has now blown the whistle and given it against McPake for a handball.
I think a minute ago when the ball was played out to McPake, he's 1v1 with the full-back. I'd love him to take him on, just drive at him. He was so influential last week at Tynecastle, so positive. And I think that's a foul. He gets a hold of him, I think he gets a clip of his ankles. I think it's a foul for Hearts, but it's given the other way.
I have to say I'm stunned that that's...
Everybody kind of stops there expecting Hearts to get the foul.
I'm stunned that's not a free kick to Hearts, to be honest.
But I think what Alan's saying is 100% right. He stands the full back up there and he comes back inside into the bodies. Just run him down the line. Just ask the question. Give the full back something to think about. But miles better play the last couple of minutes there from Hearts.
Here's Demir. Right hand side. Going up against McCart. Offloads to Bola. Back to a man, and then looked like being a lovely interchange, but Hearts managed to nick it and then spring the counter attack. They thought he won the throw in. Apologies for that bout of swearing you just heard at that decision. Hearts thought they had the throw in. It goes Rapids. It goes Rapids' way. Yeah, apologies for that. Serge Philippe Royau holds it in the centre circle. 13 minutes to the break. This tie, Conference League playoffs still all square. And now it's with Demir on the right hand side, and he's got McCart squared up, who does his defending well in the end, slides in, makes a block on the cross. It turns behind for a corner to Rapid Vienna.
Josh McPake still having a go at the referee, thinking that was a Hearts throw in further up, but they've got to switch on. 33 minutes on the clock. Set plays, we spoke about it, they're vulnerable at these. They need to make sure man for man. Go Zono in the middle of the 6-yard box, McCart at the front, McEntee centre, Finley's at the back. Got to make sure that they pick up their runners coming in as well.
It's Yusuf Demir to take from the far side. They've got two towering centre halves in there. It's headed down in a way by Oisin McEntee, and now it is a man back to Bola. Goes from distance and he pulls his very ambitious shot well wide of Rouse's right hand post. Still 0-0.
Listen, they'll be happy with that, but I tell you what, McEntee has headed everything that's came his way tonight so far. But you look at the game in segments now. I think if you're a Hearts player and you're looking at the clock and you're thinking, right, let's just get to half time, as they give the ball away needlessly again. But just get to half time. Can we just see this next 15 minutes out? To be fair to the Rapid fans, they're still on their side. Can we just try and create a bit of anxiousness in the stadium?
Yeah,
Johannes Torup kind of made that clear that it's threaded through the lines there for Demir. Controls, spins in Hearts half and gives it out to Adamson, and Now it's back with Bola, and he finds a man who's just inside the box. A man gives it away, and then the little ball through to the back post, and it's tapped in by Ercan Kara. It took a while to come across to Rapid's number 9, but when it did, it was the simplest of finishes to stroke it into the virtually empty net. And Hearts have held out for 34 minutes in Vienna, but it is now Rapid 1, Hearts 0, 3-2 to the Austrians on aggregate.
Looks a poor goal there. I don't know whether someone comes off a Braga sort of runs. Is it the deepest line?
They're no match of runners. You'll see it.
He stops running. And again, this is what I went to before the game. That it's so easily cut right through the middle of them. Yeah, Braga just lets him go on the shoulder.
Yeah, lovely.
But watch Altena as well.
Altena's got to come in.
Altena's 10 yards off a man.
As soon as your centre half, your right centre half, who is your partner, gets dragged across, automatically you have to sprint into where he is.
Yeah.
6 yards out, you have to be. Altena has to be in that area. You can see him here on the replay that he's actually just standing on his heels, and it's an easy tap, and it's such a. Listen, it's been the Achilles heel. I said it before the game started. Inverness did it to Hearts. It is schoolboyish at times, the defending, and it's all good going forward, and especially domestically looking good going forward in this expansive football. If that's how you're going to defend, especially at this level, you're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah, there's a comedy of errors in that goal. You know, Braga lets him run to start with. It's a deflected hit across the goal, but Altena just doesn't have a defensive bone in his body. You know, he's got to look around. Does he smell danger? He doesn't. He just doesn't see it. And he's not even close to the player that puts the ball in the back of the net. He's about 5-6 yards away from him. No thoughts at all to go back there and pick him up.
It's Cara's 4th goal of this Conference League qualifying campaign to go with his hat-trick against the Andorran Santa Coloma. But yeah, it was a Demir shot after he was found in the box. He dragged it across goal and actually took a deflection off McEntee's heel as he tried to block it, and it just breaks nicely for Cara at the back post, and he's where all good number 9s are, waiting to finish from close range.
Yeah, it's been coming. You can see that. You know, Hearts have created nothing at all. They've been hanging in, really. But again, that all comes from trying to start the game at the back. McEntee with a slack pass out for a throw, and Hearts had possession of the ball. He overhits the pass, it goes out for a throw into Rapid halfway through the Hearts half, and then they score from that. But it's just a comedy of errors. You know, starting from the goalkeeper passing it to McEntee, he passes it out. Hearts have lost the ball.
Yeah, and I wonder, you know, out of ranking throughout this European campaign, they've largely, apart from maybe second half in Lisbon, where they were switched shape and were far more defensive, but then conversely, they played some really nice stuff. He's trying to put in a new attacking style with loads of new players. Oh, it's given away by Rapid here. Chance for Claudio Braga, picks it up in the box, gets the strike away, and it's well saved by Hedel. And that is the best chance Hearts have had. Braga was wide of the goal when he took the strike. He steers it on target. Goalkeeper makes the save. You'd probably expect him to.
I don't know if he's got to can he take his touch closer in?
And now Rapid come forwards. Missed challenge in midfield. It's with Demir in on the left foot. Curls one. Oh, just by the post. Rouse may have had it covered. And another warning sign for Hearts.
So again, I'll go right back onto it. I think I maybe been a bit harsh on Claudio Braga there. I think if he takes his first touch closer to the goal, he gets an even better angle to get the shot away. But as soon as it turns over, Hearts are just so open, and Rapid just go straight up the pitch and get another shot at goal. And I tell you what, a yard or so closer, that's right in the bottom corner.
It's a decent curling strike, didn't curl enough though. Finish of Demir.
It's the same old saying, isn't it? You're always at your weakest when you're attacking. And for me there, as Alan said before the game, I think Blair Spittle's done absolutely brilliant in that central position, but you need your central midfielders to understand that when Claudio Braga goes there and gets a shot, right, if we lose the ball, what position are we in? How are we as a team? They're just so wide open.
It's played forwards by Bola for Adamson to chase. McEntee's across, he hesitates there. He's kept the ball, moves towards the byline, and in the end does well to play it up the line, but McCart miscontrols into touch, and now it's a quick throw to Adamson. Rapid want a second before the break. Fast passing. Demiro, what a turn that is, but it just evades him in the box. They come again. Adamson on the byline, can't keep it in. Goes behind for a Hearts goal kick, mercifully.
It's just runners, they're not matching them. It's as simple as that. They're playing lovely little neat 1-2s, Rapid, and Hearts are standing watching the ball. You can see them there. This player runs off of Blair Spittle into the sort of left back area for Hearts. It was a mistake from McCart as well. I think that McEntee was expecting his keeper to come out for the initial ball over the top, but he's got to then deal with it when he sees he doesn't come.
Spittle plays it first time forwards, and it's straight to Horn, the left back, heads into midfield, and there's a massive gap there which is now closed. Aman plays it forwards, Demir on the turn, he's everywhere, and then he plays it into the goal scorer. Carau goes for a goal again, and this one flies over the top of Hearts' crossbar. And with 6 to play before the break, it's Rapid 1, Hearts 0, 3-2 on aggregate.
Two things there, Thomas. You're 100% right when you're saying that there's a massive big gap, and then there's another pass straight through to another massive big gap. And again, we just go back on that shape. But they now, Hearts are under so much pressure. They have to try and find a way through the next 5 minutes to try and get to half-time, to go in, regroup.
Given away though.
It's mistake after mistake after mistake at the moment.
Spittle.
And now, are we being harsh, Thomas? Probably we are a bit. This squad has not been built for Europe at the moment. It's just not. It's built to try and do well in the domestic league.
It's always just an accumulation of frustration, isn't it, from years of just so many. And we saw it with Celtic in the second half last night. Where's the composure on the ball when you're under pressure, trying to sting out the game, do anything, but it's all very rushed. Even Blair Spittle, they're just smashing up the pitch, but they've managed to win it here. Magnuson goes in. I thought he won the ball, but the referee
is going to get a yellow here
and give him the yellow cards. Hearts just can't do anything right at the moment. Magnuson yellow carded.
It's their own fault, really. I mean, it's Hearts' own doing. Magnuson going in here for the ball, tries to win it. I think he does win it, and I don't think that's a yellow card. I think that's a good tackle, to be honest. But it's just their own doing. They're rushing things. They can't keep the ball. They make 2 or 3 passes and it's given away. They're on the back foot. But there's a real problem right down the centre of the midfield. There's massive areas when Rapid players are just getting on the ball through no great skill or ability. There's just massive gaps in the centre of that midfield.
Yeah, just seen a replay of that Claudio Braga chance. He does well to get onto the angles against him, really, and to be fair, there are 2 defenders as well. I'm not sure.
Do you know what? He actually does well there just to get the strike away. I kind of thought initially that he could have maybe taken the touch closer towards the goal, but he couldn't. But as Alan's saying there, this is again for me when it goes back to the players have to just realise.
Bola plays it into the box. Sorry, Ryan, as McEntee heads it away, and Bola tries to have another go, but he's played it off McPake, who will now try and break forwards. Crosses halfway. He's got Braga to his left, finds him on the touchline. Braga tries to beat Aman, who brings him down. It will be a Hearts free kick. And then McPake getting irate at Aman, who played on. I think he heard the whistle, and McPake getting annoyed at the referee. 3 minutes to the break. Rapid 1, Hearts 0, 3-2 on aggregate. Hearts free kick on the left touchline. Chance to get the ball in the box.
So that now go and put, this is vital, put a good ball in. You'd be saying to your big centre halves, Finlay, get up there, Ocean McAtee, can we go and get something? Can we go and get a header on this? Can we get something out of a good set play delivery? Can Blair Spittle put in a good ball, which we know he can?
Yeah, well, we saw them have so much joy from these situations last season. Stuart Finlay scoring 6 goals. He's one of those in the box. Just over 2 minutes plus stoppage time to the break. Hearts trailing by a goal to 0 and 3-2 on aggregate in their Conference League playoff second leg in Vienna. Spittle's over the ball. He's going to hurl this in, right-footed. It's really high. It's overhead. Finlay's round the back, and all he can do is just send it straight behind. For a Rapid goal kick, it's got to be so much better.
It's a kiss of death from Ryan saying he'll put it in a good ball. It was a really poor ball. Yeah, but you're right, Ryan, it has to be better quality than that. They've not created that Braga chance, which has come from a mistake from Rapid Vienna. That's been about it. So when you do get a chance to play the ball in the box, it's got to come in better quality than that.
I think sometimes nowadays they try to put so much whip and dip and pace on it. You've got 3 big guys there, just float it into an area, ask the goalkeeper a question, can he come out and get it? Can you get your centre-halves running across them?
I think the only thing we can say by going into the 44th minute is that they're still in the game. You know, they've not performed really as such. Have defended, I wouldn't say admirably, but they've defended reasonably well.
I think again, when you look at the three players with pace, Wilson, Calvin Miller and McPake, we haven't really once seen them running into grasp and behind, have we?
No.
Goes into Braga's feet here, and is he Wilson's feet?
Good.
He's been won a free kick.
As Alan said 10 minutes ago, so he's been the best player for Hearts by a country mile. Absolutely brilliant, and that's probably a part of the game that you wouldn't associate with them, holding the ball up, buying fouls. That's just really, really smart striker play.
Yes, Svetkovic it was who nibbled at him as he held the ball up, going away from goal. And this is a dangerous position for Hearts. Needs to be better. Spittle, right corner of the box.
I'm saying nothing, Thomas.
I'm going to go for Miller. Miller's got to try and bend this in. It'll be Spittle though. So I thought it'd be Miller whipping it in. It's going to be Spittle, so he's going to be pulling it away from the goalkeeper into bodies. I would have preferred Miller to try and aim for the back post and bodies flying in front of him. That would be my preference. Flash it right across the 6-yard box.
Yeah, well, it's Spittle, the captain, and Miller over it. Spittle closer to the ball. Miller there as well. The referee is
just right in that gap between the wall and Claudio Braga, where on the edge of the 6-yard box. Just, it doesn't need to be anything special. It could be low and hard. How many times do you see players put something low and hard in, the defender has a sclaff at it and it goes in for an own goal? But it has to be a good delivery.
We will find out if it is now, because the referee's had his words, and it's going to be a left foot of Calvin Miller to the back post. Doesn't beat the first defender really, headed by Cara, and then it breaks for Braga on the edge of the box, but he can't take it under his spell, and Rapid clear. 4 minutes added at the end of this first half. That for the Tom Renault injury. After 14 minutes he was replaced by Magnussen as McPake floats it in from deep, and it's a good ball in the back. Miller's head from McCart, who'd stayed up there, still alive for Hearts on the right hand side. Miller's done really well to hold of it, and then he's tripped by Dahl, but the referee doesn't give the free kick. It would have been a free kick rather than a penalty. It was just before the box, but the referee, I mean, Hearts have been their own worst enemy, but the referee, there's a few that I could feel aggrieved by Hearts. The McPake one on the far side, the throw-in that I think was a Hearts throw-in, and then that one there looked questionable as Magnussen plays it over halfway to McEntee, who steps onto the ball. Good couple of minutes spell from Hearts. We've got 3 minutes left of this first half. McPake controls on the left-hand side, rolls it with the studs. He's got 2 on him though. Comes in on the right foot, he's done brilliantly. McPake gets the low strike at goal, but it's dragged the shot wide of the front post. Remains Rapid 1, Hearts 0. Yeah,
listen, he probably should have crossed that in there, but I don't mind that. And you see, as you're saying, a good play from Calvin Miller. We're just seeing the replay. It's a free kick all day.
Free kick all day long. I don't know what the assistant's doing. The assistant's what, 10 yards from that?
But again,
ridiculous.
Anything positive that came from Hearts, there's your 3 players. Is McPake coming inside there and getting a shot away, Calvin Miller getting at his defender, should have got a free kick, James Wilson holding the ball up, buying Hearts a free kick as well. There's your 3 players. When they go in at half-time, if it's still 1-0, if I'm the manager, I'm saying, can we give them the ball, let them go and do their thing, ask questions. And as Alan said, if they can get in at 1-0, I think, I mean, you'd bite the hand off just now to get in at 1-0 and try and regroup for the second half.
Serge Philippe Royal takes it out of defence, gives it to Horn. Good pressure from Calvin Miller to take it off his toes, and Miller sends the pass back to Altena. Altena across to Stuart Finlay. Finlay in his own half, looking for an option, and nudges it across to Jimmy McCart. Playing left back again tonight for Hearts. As McEntee takes it with the right foot. 1 minute left of the 4 added at the end of the first half. McEntee up the line, but it's intercepted, and now it's Dahl for Rapid. Plays it into a man, and then his pass is intercepted again by Spittle. Up to Miller on the right hand side, controls, can't find Braga. The man mops up for Rapid. Braga has won it back. Then Miller collects and gives it to Stuart Finlay, centre circle, Rapid half. Now McCart over to McPake. McPake on the touchline, a long way from goal, and his pass wasn't the best, but it finds Magnussen anyway. Now it's McEntee. McEntee thinks about the strike from distance. Oh, it's a brilliant one, and the goalkeeper has to thump it away. What a strike that was from Oisin McEntee. But now there's trouble for Hearts as it's played to Dahl. The recovery from Altena. Well, he ends up kind of jumping into Dahl, but the free kick isn't given, and this time I think Rapid could feel aggrieved that that wasn't awarded to them. But on we go for Hearts. Last play of the first half. It is Josh McPake on the left, comes in on the right foot, looking for support, finds Magnusson. Thomas Magnusson across to Jordi Altena. Altena turns round.
Get it in the box, the ref's going to blow up any minute.
Finlay. Now it's with McCart. McCart down the left, and it's inside to Braga. And he has now blown the half-time whistle, and Hearts don't get the chance to put the ball in the box. And the Premiership side staring at exit from a third European competition at the break in Vienna. It has been mostly one-way traffic from Rapid. They've had quite a few chances and crucially scored the opening goal through Ercan Kara on 34 minutes when Demir's shot was deflected into his path at the back post. He passed it in from just a few yards out to give the Austrians the advantage in this tie. Hearts have had a couple of chances. Braga was gifted possession and he went into the box and let fly. The goalkeeper made a good save, and then Ocean McEntee ripped one from 30 yards, which was heading for the bottom corner, but for the goalkeeper, Hedel for Vienna. But in truth, Rapid have been well in control, but at the break, there's only one goal in it, half-time. Rapid Vienna 1, Hearts 0, 3-2 on aggregate.
Hearts in the UEFA Conference League qualifiers.
Shoot! Live on Sportside on BBC Radio Scotland.
This Saturday show with Amy Irons and Stephen Mill.
Stephen doesn't know that one of our finalists is going to come through the curtains that we have here in the studio. Would you like to meet Teddy?
I'd love to meet Teddy, yes.
Come on in.
No way. Right,
Tell
no
our
way.
listeners what's happening right now.
Okay, there is a Shetland pony in front of me. Hiya, Teddy. How's it going? Not a Shetland pony.
An American miniature horse. Can Teddy give Stephen a cuddle or something?
Yeah.
I've done a lot of things on the radio.
Listen to this Saturday show.
I'm not sure how Teddy's feeling about this. How you doing, pal? Are you okay?
Saturday at 9 a.m. on BBC Radio Scotland and Sounds.
No miniature horses on this show tonight, but we do have a full-size Brian McLaughlin in Vienna, our reporter there. Good evening to you, Brian. Half-time. I'm just wondering, how big a representation of Hearts supporters is there in the stadium, and how are they reacting to what they're being served up?
There's around 1,200 inside the stadium, David. I've got to say the atmosphere has been absolutely fantastic throughout. And I think even though Rapid go in 1-0 up at the break, I mean, when the referee blew his whistle for half-time, there was, throughout the stadium, boos, not towards any of the teams, but towards the referee. There's been one or two decisions, I would say, for both sides gone against them. But yeah, it's a fantastic atmosphere. The Hearts fans, they're based way up in the, as you're looking at it from the TV screen, they're way up to the left-hand side, David. But yeah, they've been in full voice. But the noise levels here, they've been certainly outsang this evening by the home fans at the opposite end of the ground. But yeah, terrific atmosphere, but sadly for Hearts it's not going the way that they planned it or hoped it would go.
Just having a look at the pictures, Brian, the pitch being watered at half-time, certainly on one half of the pitch that Hearts will be attacking second half, and some ground staff out there with the hose and the forks spiking away on the area that looks a wee bit patchy.
That's not doing it justice, David. It's awful for a pitch at this time of the season, a grass pitch. It's absolutely deplorable. And as we speak, the sprinklers are coming on the other side of the pitch as well. But yeah, it's very bare down the flanks, David. A student that was out in the pitch last night, and it's not conducive to good passing football. Although the pace that Rapid are playing at, they're getting the ball up very quickly, and the pace of their midfield and their strikers are really causing Hearts a lot of problem. And the ball as well, it looks a little bit lighter than the ball they use back in Scotland. It's not the UEFA Conference League ball. That doesn't come in until the league stage of the competition. But yeah, mounted to climb for Hearts in the second half. They had it to do last week at Tynecastle, and they've got it all to do again.
All right, thank you very much, Brian McLaughlin, our reporter on the ground in Vienna. The match commentator Alistair Lamont for one of tomorrow's Conference League playoff round matches. Jablonec at home to Rangers. Well, Alistair Lamont is on the line now. He's been speaking to the Rangers manager Derek McInnes ahead of that one. A very good evening to you, Al.
Hi David, how are you?
Great, thank you. What do you have to report?
Well, the main news I think from Derek McInnes' news conference, it doesn't really concern the game as much as it does continued transfer activity at the club, and it sounds like there's going to be potentially one in, one out fairly imminently. Nico Raskan hasn't travelled here. You remember he sat out the first leg, and Derek McInnes explained that one away as a little bit of an injury that he was nursing. But today he said no, he's not travelled, but it's nothing to do with an injury. It's because of a potential transfer move. Now he didn't go into any further detail in terms of naming clubs or where that was at. He just said it stepped up the transfer interest in the last couple of days, and that it might well progress further. The reports in recent times have linked Fenerbahce with Raskan, so we'll have to just wait and see if indeed it is the Turkish club who have come in and maybe looking to prize Raskan away. And in the other direction, it looks like the Korean winger Kim Min-soo, if I'm getting that correct, is going to be the latest addition to the Rangers squad. I think we reported yesterday or the day before that he was due in Glasgow for a medical, so Derek McInnes is basically saying that one is pretty close, although they're not in a position to announce it just yet. I think the very fact that he was talking about it, he feels pretty confident that one is going to get done. So it's another addition to the attacking area that he's been looking for. He wasn't quite so forthcoming about Kevin Kelsey, the striker who plays out in the MLS. There's reports today that a fairly sizable fee has been agreed for him, but he wasn't drawn on that one, other than to say there was, as he's been saying for a number of weeks now, they're working on one or two other things. So I think more activity to come. Just in terms of the game, obviously, just saying, it's a 1-0 advantage they bring here. I'm just standing in the stand, looking out on the pitch just now. It's a lovely little stadium here, nice setting as the sun sets, and he basically want to come here and try and win the game, not to try and defend a 1-goal advantage, just to come out, win the second leg, and make sure that they are in the league stage, which is, as he says, so important for the club from a financial and indeed prestige point of view.
All right, Al, thank you very much. Comprehensive roundup of what Derek McInnes was saying to Alistair Lamont this evening. Nico Raskan, Ryan, he's been very clear there. He's not travelled not because of that I think it was an ankle injury he said he had last week, but that's maybe cleared up now.
Yeah.
And he's fully fit perhaps, but looks like he could be heading out the door.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty much all but done. I would imagine they'll just be sorting the finer details on the contract. I think it was apparent that it was always going to happen. I don't think Nico Raskan particularly wanted to be here.
What do you think would be a good price?
I don't know.
A satisfactory price, perhaps.
15?
10 plus, yeah. I mean,
I think
nowadays,
look what Engels went for. Raskin's the one that's getting ahead in the Belgian team. He had a good World Cup. Is it worth more than that? 15? Yeah. It's difficult. It's now when you're dealing. It depends what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with English clubs, it can be bingo numbers at times. You look at some of the transfers that have gone ahead this year in the summer already.
So it looks like, from what Al was saying there, Kim Min-soo, the Girona winger, incoming. But if Raskan goes out, they'll need to replace him.
Yeah, Kim Min-soo could be coming in very soon, I would say.
Incoming,
very soon. So that looks the case. Kevin Kelsey could be the other one that they're talking about as well, because they have to replace Chermiti. He's obviously going to be out a year. He's had the operation now, so he's going to take a bit of time to come back. So I think they're a bit light up front, so I'm sure Derek will want obviously a winger coming in, which looks like he's going to get, and then another striker as well.
I still think they're 3 or 4 short. But when you see the squad as is just now and the way they're playing, I think even just for morale for the boys that are already in the building and for the fans, just to try and get that sort of mood lifted, because there is a little bit of a mood over Rangers just now. I don't think it's obviously started the way that everybody thought it was going to start. So I still think now whether that's planned that over the next week or so they bring in 3 or 4 players and then they can hopefully ramp it up and kick on. but I still think they're 3 or 4 short.
So Jablonec against Rangers is a 5 o'clock kick-off tomorrow evening, one of 3 matches in the Conference League playoff stage. Freiburg, Motherwell, that's a 5:45 kick-off in Germany. Motherwell 3-1 down from the first leg. Then later on, 8 o'clock kick-off, Hibs 0, Ghent 0. All those matches covered in Sports Sound as you would expect. We look forward to that. We look forward to the second half in Vienna. Hearts, Alan, a goal down. Would it be fair to say you haven't been overly impressed with what you've seen from Wouter Vranken's side?
It's difficult. You know, they're a good side. They're playing at home. They're unbeaten this season so far. Hearts are a club and a team, certainly that personnel in transition. There's players playing out of shape. And they've had the injury to Reno, which has been a disappointment for them. Magnussen's come on. They've not really created much. Bragas had the shot. McEntee with a shot late on as well. I think Hearts are fortunate to only be 1-0 down, if I'm being honest. But it's been slackness. It's been misplaced passes. It's been not matching runners. It's basic football mistakes that they've been making, David. And when you're at this level, I just think they're very fortunate for them not to be further behind.
Yeah, they're by no means out of it though, Ryan. And as the second half wore on, especially in its closing stages into stoppage time there, Hearts 1 or 2 threats, couple of shots on target.
Yeah, I thought the last 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes they can right into the game. I think since Rapid scored, they just sort of seem to back off and not sort of go for that kill against Hearts. Listen, I think if it was 0-0 for his lack of going forward, attacking phases that they've had, we would always sit in here saying, oh, 0-0, we'll take that. And Alan's 100% right. They lose that goal through slack play in their own accord, but they've done that the full season. But I think if you're in that changing room, as I said near the end of the first half there, I look at James Wilson, who I think's been really, really good. I look at McPake and I look at Calvin Miller as the 3 players that are direct, that have got pace. And little glimpses there, you saw McPake coming inside, he has a shot. Now, he maybe should have made the cross, but I don't mind that, have the shot. Calvin Miller goes at his full-back, should get a free kick. If I'm the manager and the coaching staff in there, I'm saying, listen lads, it's only 1. We scored 2 against them last week. Can we get the ball to these players and then let them go and do their thing? But I wrote down in my notes, and I said it before the game, it is game management from behind that they are terrible at. When Hearts are on the attacking foot, on the front foot going forward, Blair, Spittle and Magnussen. Now Magnussen can go at the right time, but as a back 4 and the 2 central midfielders, they have to be commanding a shape that if it turns over, that they can allow the forward players to get back into. At the moment, and that's right across the full season, they don't. They are just, I mean, Thomas said it in commentary, there's a hole. I mean, the hole's like the black hole in the universe, and he plays it into another black. It's ridiculous the amount of space in the middle of the pitch that Hearts let up. It is, and when you're playing, especially even doing that at home domestically, it's difficult, but doing that in a European night, you're going to get cut open, and that's what's happening to them.
Because I think you look at Spittle, he's great on the ball, good passing, but he's not great defensively, so people run off him. And I think I agree with you, Ryan. I think if I'm the manager of Hearts, I say to McPake and Miller, see when you get the ball, I don't care if you lose it, I just want you to run your full-back. I want you to run him, try and win a corner. McPake's now becoming a bit predictable, he keeps cutting inside all the time. Why not run him down the line onto your left foot? Because he can cross it with his left foot. He's got electric pace. Muller can go either way as well. So if I'm the manager, I'm telling them, take them to bylines if you can. Win us free kicks, win us corners, get us up the park. Wilson's been terrific, he really has. But the important thing in the next start of this game is Hearts need to get the next goal. I think it goes 2-0, the game's done, the tie's done.
Well, the
so
issues,
they need the next goal.
The issues are the problems that Ryan was alluding to there, that have been manifesting themselves throughout the season, although it's early days. Can that be remedied in a quick half-time talk?
No. What would need to be said, and what I can imagine has been said in our changing rooms back in the day, would be the manager would literally look at me if I'm playing central midfield and say, do not go running with the ball. 1, you're not good enough to do it. Get it, pass it.
Keeps talking himself down, doesn't he?
Listen, that's true. I was never going to run past people. I was good at winning the ball. I was good at sitting in a shape. I could hit the ball from outside the box, but get the ball, give it to these boys, back them up, let them go and do their thing, and just stay. Listen, these boys know how to stay in a shape. As you're saying, we won't sort all the problems 100%, but just stay in your shape, because as Alan said, and he's 100% right, if Rapid go and score the second goal, then it's done. stay that back four, the two central midfielders, stay in your shape and let Claudio Braga just in front of you go and do his thing, and let the two wide players and James Wilson go and run in behind, go and ask questions.
Yeah, you referred to the goal, Alan, as the result of a comedy of errors.
Yeah. Hearts had the ball at a by kick, goes out to McEntee, he's looking to pass it to Altena, he overhits the pass, it goes out for a throw-in. So instead of Hearts having possession 25 yards out, Rapid have got it, they take the throw, and then eventually the ball comes back in after phases of play, and then there's runners, it runs off Braga to start with, then McEntee does it, Altena doesn't see his man, just doesn't smell the danger at the back post, and he's nowhere near the guy that knocks the ball in the back of the net. He's got to see where the danger is, and it could be Altena that could be coming off actually, because Borkovic seems to be.
Yeah, well, I can hear the jeers from the home supporters as Hearts take to the field, and I think that means that's my cue to hand back over to Thomas.
Well, looks like it's Stuart Findlay coming off. That's the number that's gone up. It's for Christian Borkovic. Alan, your thoughts?
No, in the first half you could see Findlay was stretching, so you're just hoping that again it's not another centre half that's going to be missing. Halkett's out already, Regan Walcott's out as well. You're just thinking, is this another centre half curse again? So it'll mean that they've got a full back. Is he going to play left back, or is it Altena going to go over? McCart's going to come in and play centre half?
I would think so, yeah. Hearts 1-0 down at the break. Still in the game, and the tie. And Rapid Vienna, as we've mentioned, a very good side, but it's not unachievable. Dundee United got a 2-2 draw in this very stadium only 12 months ago. Sapsford and Waters were the goals that night for Jim Goodwin's side. They are good, but not top level like Benfica.
See, the thing is as well, they had the option of putting Miller to left back. He played there against Benfica and done very, very well. When he was at Celtic as a youngster, he was a left back, so he's played there. You're now playing a right back at left back. There's so many people that are in that Hearts side that are playing out of position at the moment.
Alan, do you think that would be maybe Tynecastle? It's easier because the pitch is smaller for Calvin Miller from left back to get forward, where that looks as if it's a bigger pitch there.
No, it is, but I think also for years though, Ryan, he's been a left back. He's played left back at Celtic. He's played in the Celtic first team at left back.
Yes.
So he has played left back.
He understands the position.
He understands it.
Here comes Magnuson for Hearts. Get it to Miller, right hand side of the box. Drives down the arc of the line and then plays it off the defender for a corner kick. Positive start from Hearts 1 minute into the second period. As they look for a way back in this game. They've been forced into two reshuffles already, with Renault and off with a bad ankle injury, and we don't know what the issue is with Stuart Findlay, but he must have something. Corner going to be taken by Miller from the far side in front of the Hearts fans, and it comes to the 6-yard box, headed away by Rapid, and then the volley comes in. Oh my words, it wasn't a million miles away on first glance from Blair Spittle. We know he can hit them, it just goes wide. Stays 1-0 Rapid.
I wonder how close that was, because we thought it was very close. I'd love to see that. Goalie was rooted to the spot. Goalie was not moving, not far away at all. Decent hit.
And he's got that in his locker as well, especially. I actually think sometimes he's better on his left side than what he is his right when he's striking from distance. And I mean, technique on point there to hit it as high as he did. And another yard or so closer to the goal, and that's going right in the top corner. But a good start from Hearts.
Yeah, that's positive from out of Rankin's sides. Early corner and Spittle going close 2 minutes into the second period, and is Rapid playing it out from the goal kick. Royau and the goalkeeper, they combine, and Royau plays it up the left hand side. Dahl with enough wriggle room to get away from his man initially. Rapid win the throw in, and Scottish football could really do with a lift after Celtic tumbling from the Champions League last night. Can Hearts produce a would-be result against the odds, you have to say, before other three teams in action tomorrow night? I think most people are writing off Motherwell against the Europa League finalists, 3-1 down. That really would be a miracle, but certainly Rangers and Hibs in a really good position. As the goalkeeper Hedl controls for Rapid in his own penalty area, passes it out to Cvetkovic, centre half. He plays the ball loosely straight to Calvin Miller in the middle of the pitch. He turns round, faces up his man. Lovely pass in front of Borkovic, but he stretched and couldn't control it. And is back with Rapid, but now back with Hearts.
I'll tell you something, they've been so slack since they scored the goal, Rapid Vienna, haven't they? I mean, they're taking chances at the back just now. They haven't started as well the second half.
It was very similar at Tynecastle last week. They were the better side in the first half, then Hearts came out, scored 2 goals, got 2-1 up. Really good performance at the start of the second half, and we're hoping it's something similar.
Just hope the players can take the confidence from that. The ones that are on the pitch just now are kind of sensing that the goalkeeper is kind of taking a bit of a liberty there from the goal kick, and he's probably playing it to his full-back when James Wilson's in a good position. Can the Hearts players just sort of sense it? They're maybe taking their foot off the gas.
Comes to Magnuson. Wilson lays it back to Magnuson. Oh, and that pass just needed to go in front of Braga, went behind him, and Rapid get it away. And then the free kick is given against Borchgrevink, which may have been harsh, but that was a little half opportunity to try and play in Claudio Braga there, right on the edge of the box.
But Claudio Braga should have held his position there. It's good play between Wilson and Magnuson, the 1-2.
Given away again. Oh, and then Braga's touch lets him down. Just a couple of slack moments. With Rapids equally as poor, and now they're trying to play out again, and Dahl does brilliantly. The winger coming in off the left, and he's in Hearts territory now. He's got support from Demir. Oh, his pass is under hit. Borchgrevink picks it off. Now it's McPake, goes down, gets the free kick.
Been good. Hearts 5 minutes in the second half, they've played well, closing them down, giving them no space at all. It's as if the managers had a little go at them as well.
Yeah, well, I've seen a few shots of Wouter Rankin. He's been quite animated, punching the duck out at one point. Really demanding from his team, and certainly he's getting a better response at the start of the second half. 50 minutes played, still Rapid Vienna 1, Hearts 0, 3-2 on aggregate to the Austrian sides. It's played out to Miller on the right. Miller, and back to McCart, who's in his more comfortable centre-half position with Finlay forced off. Now it's Borchgrevink at left-back. Back to Spittle, the captain. Spittle along the grass to McEntee. McEntee out to the right-hand side and Altena. Altena comes in the pitch, scans for an option. Has to go back to Borchgrevink, halfway up Rapid territory, goes out to the left-hand side of McPake, down the side of the box with a pass, and then Spittle slips at the crucial moment, but Hearts have still won a corner as it was cleared behind.
Listen, they've won a corner at the end of it, but I'd love Spittle just to hold his line and say to McPake, go and take the full back on, 1v1, get to the byline. It's a corner to Hearts, chance to load the box again. He used to do the corner last year where it was McEntee going right round the back. He would always out-jump his marker, but he seems to go front post this year so far.
Hearts on this near side with a corner. In it comes. Flash into the 6-yard box. Glanced away by Tvetkovic. And then there's a free kick given to Rapid Vienna by the referee.
I think that's a good ball in there. Again, you just want one of your centre-halves to just charge in from 10 yards away, get ahead of steam and just put his marker in the goal.
I think they'll be hoping that that's what JJ Williams will be able to do when he comes in.
Yeah.
Centre forward, bit of presence.
Just that aggressive movement. But I think Alan's 100% right there. Blair Spittle does make that inside run there for McPake to, again, it's slack there from Rapid Vienna. But McPake, Alan's 100%, as I was saying, 100% right there. If I'm the manager, I'm just saying, listen, as soon as he's one-on-one, just leave him. Let him go and do his thing. But Hearts are definitely edging their way back into the game. It's just, can they get that chance? Can they fashion an opportunity to goal?
Rapid pass one straight out of the park, but eventually won it back, and it's played forward to Adamson. This is dangerous for Hearts. It's played into the middle.
Offside,
Purely offside, but Cara continues, still going Cara, and then Boraus came out his goal collect, and the offside flag does go up against the goal scorer from the first half, Ercan Cara, and it did look a good yard or so offside. Although
it's tight.
It is tight. He didn't score anyway, so it doesn't matter.
And again, we'll go back to what I've harped on about the full game, is that game management where Hearts are really in the ascendancy here, doing really, really well. One switch off, and you know that Rapid Vienna can catch it.
Wilson does brilliant, and then needlessly gives the ball away.
Yeah, it's just these small moments. Well, Rapid Vienna really not started the second half well. Can Hearts make the most of it? At the moment, it is a rapid throw in on the right hand side. Bola throws it up towards Adamson, won by Hearts, knocked down to Spittle. Spittle forward to Wilson. Wilson first time to Miller in a central position. Miller using his feet well and then plays it forward, looking for Altena, but it's a good challenge from Janus Horn to intercept. Hearts have it back. Miller goes out to Altena, then Magnussen. Now Altena coming in off the right. Spins rounds and nudges it to Thomas Magnussen. Scored in the second leg against Benfica, which Hearts drew 1-1. The little backheel down the line is nice for Miller to chase, but he's never beaten Serge Philippe Royau for strength. And he then, despite his stature, goes over and gets the free kick.
Yeah, you always know he was going to do that. How many times you see defenders that they just get their body in the way and then they good dive. They fling themselves up in the air and buy the free kick, and every single time the referee gives a free kick.
It's amazing, 6'6", what must be 14 a bit stone, you go down like that. Brilliant.
Down like a sack of tatties. But again, it's good play from Hearts.
They've done well second half.
They have to keep this going, and as I said, hopefully they can fashion a chance or an opportunity.
Good touch from Cara, number 9, lays it off to Seidel, now out to the left, and it's a poor touch from Nossadal.
The Rapid Vienna manager must be going insane on the touchline. They have been so slack since they scored the first goal.
Absolutely. There's been misplaced passes, there's been poor touches. That one was under no pressure whatsoever. Hearts will take it. Braga to Altena. Across to Christian Borchgrevink. Scored his first Hearts goal against Cali Thistle. As it's played to Spittle, now into Wilson. Wilson looking to go back to Spittle, but it's under hit, and it finds Demir, who was a real star in the first half, and here he comes down the right hand side. Played 9 games for Barcelona's first team. It's now Adamson, Seidel, Aman gives it to Bola. Bola coming in the pitch. It's very static from Rapid at the moment. Hearts in a narrow shape, keeping them out. Aman to Svetkovic and across to Royau. Now it's Horn into Seidel. Seidel back to Aman, back to the left-hand side now in Janus Horn. Horn down the line for Peter Nossadal. He turns one way then the other and wins the throw-in off Altena.
I know I can see Alan there just out the corner of my eye, and if you drag that all the way back there, James Wilson actually does well, and he plays a ball now, whether it's maybe a yard too short. Blair Spittle, this is a trade-off when you have Blair's really good on the ball, but Blair should have just absolutely smashed the ball off the Rapid player, went into a tackle, and he doesn't, and he kind of pulls out of it, and it gives Rapid the ascendancy now to go and put 4 or 5 passes together, and that's a trade-off that you have when you have Blair Spittle in the middle of the park.
Rapid have won it in Hearts territory. Cara, nice feet and lay off to Janus Horn, and into Matthias Seidel, the captain of Rapids. As I mentioned earlier, his brother Simon plays for Sturm Graz and netted at Tynecastle, and it's played forwards now down the left to Nossadal. Challenge comes in from Miller, and the referee gives a free kick, and Miller tells him what he thinks of that decision.
It's crazy how things change on the back of Blair Spittle pulling out of that challenge there. Rapid Vienna went for the next 2 or 3 minutes and just had continuous passes. It's as if they then start to grow into the game, where if Blair just goes straight, not being stupid, but goes straight into that tackle, it just puts Hearts back on the ascendancy again.
I think as long as it stays 1-0, Ryan, I mean, the manager's going to have to roll the dice at some point. You know, you're looking at bringing a Mendy on, or Cabot or someone like that, but they've got to get to that stage where they're still in the game.
Here's Demir on the pass, as well picked off by Altena. It will be fetched by Nossadal on the far side now. It's with Demir, a little touch and lay, and it doesn't come off as Rapid try the quick interplay around the box, and now it's played to James Wilson, and he's in behind here. James Wilson going towards the edge of the box. Great pace from Royau, who got a touch on it. Almost beat his own goalkeeper, but drifts by the post, and Hearts will get a corner out of it.
He's unlucky, Wilson. You know, it really is. Whether it's a pitch it holds up, it doesn't get his touch in front of him. He then tries to go across the defender. The defender's very quick, gets back, but the keeper's nearly going one way and going the other. A chance for Hearts.
I think it's a pitch there as well, isn't it? It looks as if he tries to take his touch, and the pitch just, as Brian was saying at half-time there, looks as if it just holds the ball up a little bit. And then it was nearly the best own goal ever.
It is Blair Spittle to take this corner from the near side, and and it comes. 6-yard box, back post, McEntee. Oh, it's cleared off the line.
Whoa.
Cleared off the line. What a chance for Hearts, and now free kick given for a foul on Dahl. Oh, it's Braga, I think, who maybe got the touch there. That is as close as Hearts have come, but it stays Rapid 1, Hearts 0.
I'm just talking about it. That was last year. Ball round the back. McEntee onto it. He wins most when he goes right round the back. Is it Magnuson with the header? Magnuson and Braga, and it's kicked off the line.
That's a great bit of finishing there from Braga as well. You can't do any more. Sharp, the one player you want it to fall to there, but what you have to say is Rapid Vienna defender doing the opposite. It's a big striker as well. Right back on the line to clear it.
Yeah, it was Magnuson with a downward header at the back post. Braga got a touch on it, and then Ercan Kara, having scored up the other end, has just saved one.
See, that's the difference which I'm talking about with Hearts, where they're so wide open at times, and defensively from set plays, as Alan's saying, if that's at the Hearts end, that goes in. But that's your centre forward, that's your big striker, understanding and smelling the danger there, understanding that it might go to Braga, it might not, but what I'm going to do is get myself back on the line to clear it.
I've got to say, Hearts have been terrific this 15 minutes into the second half. They've won a free kick now, wide on the right. Again, it'll be Miller's going to whip this in. You've just seen Hearts, Magnuson, McEntee, McCart. Dangers in the box. This has got to be whipped in again by Miller. You would have thought.
Yeah, he's out there on that far side along with Spittle. It's just a yard in from the right-hand touchline. Miller. Shot of him as we hit the hour mark in Vienna. Hearts trailing 1-0, and it is going to be the left foot of Miller, and it's to Braga, the kind of miles from the goal, and glances it well off target.
Calvin Miller's angle there,
I didn't think he was taking it,
because it looked
as if he couldn't bend it back.
No, it looks as if he's basically facing towards his own goal as he wraps his foot round it.
Yeah, it's a frustrating one for Wouter Rankin as he bites his fingernails on the Hearts bench. It's cleared long by Seidel and the Rapid goalkeeper. Now it breaks for Altena. Hearts far more of an attacking threat in this second half so far. Still half an hour plus stoppage time to play, and they're only trailing by 1 in the tie.
Listen, it's been all Hearts.
Yeah, they've been great. Terrific second half, they really have. Whatever the manager said, they've done very well. It doesn't mean they're going to win the game or get a goal, but you know what? More encouraging signs.
It's with Hearts at the back, they have to return it to Boraus, who I've been incredibly impressed with the few games he's played for Hearts. The giant Dutchman, it's literally what his name means in Dutch as well, aptly. Like 6'5", but he can play with his feet and save with his hands as well, as he showed in the first leg with a couple of terrific stops. Hearts have it. Braga's intercepted. Oh, he's just overrun it. He's just been a bit frantic at times. Claudio Braga, composure deserted him.
So just as they say, every day's a school day, what does Rouse mean? Big guy and
giant, yeah.
Does it? Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Certainly is that. He looks terrific.
He does, yeah. He looks incredibly composed, calm. Playing in the second tier in Belgium, that's the Jamestown Magic. Looks like a really good player for Hearts between the sticks, is filling the boots of the gloves of Schwolo. But here is Rapid down the left-hand side of the box, back to Dahl with a first-time strike, and it flies wide of Rouse's post. That's a little reminder for Hearts of what Rapid can do going forward.
Yeah, probably just 100% just shows you the fact that they've literally not been in this second half at all. And then one little bit of movement, one little bit of play, better finish. Not far off, if it's a better strike at goal, then it's causing the Hearts goalkeeper some trouble.
He's quite comfortable, Rouse, although it looks very, very close to the target. There's a chance for Hearts to break. Just give McPake it, back him up, get him into the box.
Can he take on his man? He goes on the outside, and the cross takes a deflection and goes behind for a corner.
I don't know how many times he's been called James McPake.
Have I called him? I knew it. I absolutely knew that I would do it at least once this season. Josh McPake. It's the Jays. Josh McPake, beg your pardon. He was terrific last week as well.
Yeah, excellent.
And he's won a corner for Hearts here. The last one almost resulted in a goal. It's not even a similar type of player to James McPake. But,
or hairstyle.
And it comes, or indeed club, as it's headed down and away by Rapid Vienna. Corner doesn't come to much, but Altena has it for Hearts. 63 on the clock, still trailing by 1 on the night, and then on aggregate as it goes to the back post, and McPake went up, couldn't get anything goalward, and then Spittle slides in on Adamson. It's a rapid throw in.
That's a Hearts throw.
See that there you go from doing the one there that he pulls out, but he goes into that challenge there and they end up getting a throw in from it, keep the ascendancy.
Borchgrevink sends it in from deep towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and
now a
come off the
corner.
defender. Another Hearts corner.
Honestly, they've been, this opening 20 minutes, whatever it is, have been absolutely magnificent on
Just
the front
hope they
foot.
can capitalise on this. Just even one of the big centre halves go up, get your head on something. McPake unlucky there with the cross into the box a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, and the goalkeeper thought about coming for that one, then hesitated, and McPake got round the back, but the ball was kind of behind him. But corner is going to be taken by Miller on the far side, left-footed in swinger, 6-yard box, keeper comes, gets something on it, and the referee is given a free kick to Rapid Vienna, who lead 1-0.
Always the same in Europe, always the same. As soon as you challenge for the ball with a goalkeeper, the whistle goes. There's nothing in that. McEntee's just running for the ball.
It's actually his own defender that.
Yeah, he doesn't touch the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
No, you just don't get it, honestly.
The referee today has made some rather interesting calls for both teams, it has to be said, but yeah, it's a bemusing one. Looks like some activity on the Rapid Vienna bench. I think that might be Nicholas Vroombrandt, who scored the equaliser at Tynecastle, who is going to come on along with Bilic, who set him up. So a couple of impact players coming.
I'm sure the manager won't be too pleased with the way this game's going. You know, second half, 1-0, you think he's probably saying get the second, the game's done, but Hearts have came out the second half with a lot of fighting spirit and they've played really well.
McCart hooks it forwards, flicked on by McPake, and then Wilson helps it further forward, and Miller is going to chase and chase and chase and try and put some pressure on Horn, who plays it up the line, and it is a lovely turn by Dahl, and then his touch is heavy, and McEntee stepped across and plays it out for the throw-in on the far side.
Yeah, Altena just gets too easily rolled there, too tight, doesn't he? And again, he's on the wrong side as well, allowing himself to get caught, and good defending there from McAtee, obviously just smelling the danger and coming over and covering him.
Yeah, here's the change coming. Tony Adamson off, Nico Bilic on, and Peter Dahl for Nicholas Vroombrandt. So it's a couple of changes out wide. I mentioned Vroombrandt finish after Bilic's good work down the left at Tynecastle, which got Rapid the eventual equaliser. So Johannes Torup is going to his bench to try and change the momentum in this game, because it's been with Hearts since the second half started.
As Alan said about Hearts rolling the dice, I wonder at what stage, because he's going to have to. Does the Hearts manager look at the bench and think, right, when do we go for this?
Here's Magnuson, just short of halfway, plays it forward straight to Svetkovic though in front of Wilson, and they go back to the goalkeeper, Rapid Vienna, who goes long, and there isn't even a challenge for that. His offside flag was up against the Hearts player, and it will be a free kick. Sorry, the Rapid player, and it was a Hearts free kick. As Borchgrevink playing at left back in place of the injured Stuart Finlay, and gets the return ball from Spittle inside the pitch, and it's given away. And it's now with Demir, who has been the chief creator really for Rapid, although not for a while, as it's played long by the goalkeeper. And certainly in the first half, Rapid Vienna were never going long, but the goalkeeper just kind of lumping it up as a bit puff of sand comes off the pitch there as Hearts win a throw-in. Just over halfway. Can they get an equaliser in this tie? They've been the better team since the break. One cleared off the line. Braga's hoped finish after Magnuson headed down from a corner, but stayed out. Cara on the line, and the referees blocked that switch by Hearts, and it will be a bounce ball. This game and this tie and a place in the league phase is still there for Hearts. Can they take advantage? Because the opposition might have killed them off in the first half on another night. They haven't done so, and they've come out a poorer team in the second half as the ref took one there. And it will be Bounce ball here for Hearts. We're in possession. Spittle passes it to Oisin McEntee. McEntee carries forward his ball. He's searching for Altona, went down and it runs behind for a goal kick to Rapid Vienna.
There's nothing in that. Altona tries to win a free kick to get himself back into shape if he can. But you see Hearts are pushing up, Spittle's moving on, so for their keeper there is a space for their goalie to drop it in, but they don't seem to do it, and Hearts have done really well again.
Yeah, Miller taking it off Royale. Whatever they've spotted at half-time, the Hearts coaching staff, in terms of stopping Rapid playing through them so easily, they've worked really well, because it's been more effective from Hearts at winning the ball back in this second half as well, as Bajlec combines with Horn and gets it back and plays it to Cvetkovic in his own half, the centre-back, out to Janis Bola, I beg your pardon, the right-back, and he goes back to his goalkeeper. Rapid less assured, less adventurous, less confident on the ball at the moment. But Hearts know they have the quality to change that if they don't keep their concentration. Here's Nico Bajlec, and that's a ball up to Kara, and then it's nudged to Wurmbrandt, and it's now with midfielder is striding forwards. Bajlec tried to slide in his striker, and it's taken a deflection and runs behind for a Rapid corner.
He looks a good player. Sub that's come on, Bajlec, looks very, very good. Comfortable on the ball, got a little trick, dip of the shoulder, gets away from Spittle, driving forward at that Hearts back four.
Final 20 minutes of this game, unless Hearts can find an equaliser, at least to force extra time. Hearts trailing on the night by 1, and on aggregate by the same amount, as Bola gets ready to take this corner on the far side from the Rapid Ultras. McPake is covering the short option, but in fact he isn't, as it's nudged to the player and then it goes into the near post, and McEntee gets up well to nod it away for Hearts. Comes to Demir, out to Wurmbrandt. Wurmbrandt takes on Braga and then clips in the cross. Well gathered by Boraus in his 6-yard box. Stays 1-0 to Rapid Vienna, 3-2 on aggregate.
I know Hearts have got a new set piece coaching, but I mean, see short corners, I don't understand why they're only sending one player out. That's again, we said about the home game, that was 2 or 3 short corners that they did with ease, and that's 2 tonight that they've done.
I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, Hearts were the best in the league last year at for and against with set plays, but at the moment they've not been great.
Also, St Trouden in Belgium under Wouter Rankin were pretty good attacking and defensive wise from set plays, so
it's madness to send one player out, because you'd be well sending no one out.
Yeah, especially if that one player's,
because he's effectively he's just out of the game. He's just completely out of the game.
Hearts have got a free kick though, left hand side. Blair Spittle and Calvin Miller are both going to be in discussions about taking this one again. The last few haven't really been good enough from similar positions, albeit on the other side.
I think this will be Spittle whipping this one in, I would imagine.
Yeah, Miller steps over the ball, and Spittle with a false start.
Over the back. McEntee's right over the back.
And that's where it's aimed for. McEntee with a good leap, but he was out-jumped this time by Bola, and then Borchgrevink kind of hits off him and was behind for a goal kick. 18 minutes left in this tie. Hearts trailing by 1.
I'd go 3 more minutes, Ryan, and then make changes, if not now. You know,
who would you
roll the dice? I think you've got to try and get on a. They try and change one of the wide players. You've not really seen McPake as much. Do you bring Mato on? He's really quick.
Carjota as well.
Carjota as well, yeah.
Because you know you're going to get good delivery off him. So you're doing that.
I would, you maybe switch both wingers, and you put even Cabor on as well. Take Wilson off. I just think they're going to have to throw the dice, roll it, and go for it if they can at one point. You know, you're better losing 2-0 and having a go than losing 1 and not.
100%.
It's do or die for Hearts. 17.5 minutes plus stoppage time left. They only trail by 1. Much better second half, but nothing to show for it on the scoreline at the moment. Still Ercan Kara's goal after 35 minutes, the difference. Oisin McEntee in his own half gives it to Altona. Now it's up to Prague. He's got 3 men round him. His pass hits off one of them. And now it's Demir, who plays it off Braga, claimed it was a handball. Referee disagrees. Good work rate from Claudio Braga as ever. It's now Hearts coming down the left-hand side. Borchgrevink to Josh McPake. McPake moving inside the pitch. It gets a brilliant free kick right in the left corner of the box.
He bought that there. That was good play.
That's
really
all we're asking, Ryan. Go and be positive. Take people on. He caused mayhem last week.
Get his body across the defender there. Bought the foul. You can see, look, he was down before the defender even really touched him. But great play, great wing play.
I think this is Carjota is coming on, I think.
And from this area now, Blair Spittle, for me, should literally putting his head down and hitting this as low, and as Brian said, the pitch is bobbly, hit it low and hard in between that gap of the two-man wall, right down the goalkeeper's throat, and just get everybody to go across him.
Just try and aim for that back post.
Yeah.
There we go.
Carjota and Kabore coming on.
Don't disagree with that.
So Wilson is going to be one of those removed for Pierre-Landry Kabore. And Sabah Carjota is going to replace Josh McPake, who's just won the free kick. So 2 changes from Wouter Vranken as they try and get the equaliser that would at least force the extra time in this Conference League playoff. And this is an opportunity.
Carjota must be, I wonder if he's going to play on the right, and then that'll mean Miller will come to the left.
That is his natural position, Calvin Miller.
Go on, Kabore, make a name for yourself.
Here's Spittle, delivers with the right foot. It's a really good one to the back post. And the diving header goes behind. What a chance for Hearts. And it's McCart who's absolutely chucked himself at it. He's ended up in the net and maybe clattered the post. The ball stays out, and it's still Rapid 1, Hearts 0.
That's a brilliant ball, and just as Ryan said, and he's got to score. That's a sitter, if you're being honest. It's a real bad miss. It's Magnuson. He's got to score. Got to score.
I can't believe that's... he got a really good connection on it. It's flown wide.
That's probably harder to put the ball where he has than what it is in the back of the net.
And here come Rapid Vienna. Demir. Good tackle from Borchgrevink, kept his eye on the ball, now gives it to Miller. He's been utterly tireless and he's clung on to possession well there, gives it to Spittle. And he goes across now to Altena. Altena, the pass out to Sabah Carjota. He always makes an impact, it seems, when he comes on for Hearts. Less so when he starts, on the rare occasions he has, but commentators curse he's run into traffic there. Now Wurmbrand, that looked like it was a wee bit of a trip, but he's also off. Oh, and Magnuson's got the second yellow, and he's been flashed the red cards. He looks stunned, but it was Wurmbrand who went down rather theatrically, has to be said. We'll get a better look when we see the replay how much contact there was, but the referee's made the decision for now. Flashed the second yellow, and Hearts, just when they're looking like getting back into this game, are now reduced to 10 men.
Yeah, it's a booking.
Stands on his foot.
Clumsy.
Yeah.
So clumsy. And in the space of 2 minutes, his full night has just turned on its head.
Yeah. You can't, there's no argument. It's a second yellow. Stands on his foot. That won't be.
So now the manager's made 2 attacking substitutions. You then get one of your central midfielders sent off. It just absolutely kills Hearts. And as I said a minute or so ago, he's an unbelievable opportunity to get Hearts back into the game. Now finds himself sent off.
Nice play from Rapid to set Bola away, and then he plays it into the box for Kara, and then he flashes a ball to the near post, collected by the goalkeeper Rouse. Well, Magnuson, he can have no complaints about the second, but the first, I think, was
do you know what?
harsh.
I would go to 3 at the back, and I'd just push McAtee into the middle, because McAtee's got the legs to get up and down. I mean, what have we got, 15, 18 minutes left, and just ask him to go for the last part of the game.
The referee's got to be fair here and book this chap. Not going to do that. Kara's getting away with one there.
Kara tripped Miller. Free kick to Hearts, just over halfway. That's a striker's challenge, that one, you have to say. 13 minutes plus stoppages left. Rapid 1, 10-man Hearts 0, 3-2 to the Austrians on aggregate. And Hearts have been the better side in the second half. They've had chances, one cleared off the line. One that Magnuson should have buried moments before he was dismissed. Second yellow sent for an early shower, and Hearts now have to try and get back into this tie with 10 players. They're doing a good job though with Kabore here, giving it to Miller on the left hand side. Calvin Miller to Braga, first time out to Borchgrevink. He's on his left foot as I go across, doesn't beat the first man, but it's headed behind. And Hearts kind of picking up where they left off, in fairness, since Magnuson's dismissal.
I think the manager will be delighted with the second half performance. They've been excellent. They've done really well, Hearts. They're unlucky not to be on level terms.
Corner as well. Their race is not run. No extra time, maybe a challenge, a man down, but let's worry about getting there first as it goes into the near post. It's in! Hearts have equalised! Pierre-Landry Cabore celebrates the substitute with a massive impact, and 10-man Hearts are level in Austria in the Conference League playoff, and you have to say it is thoroughly deserved. Rapid won, Hearts won, 3-3 in aggregate.
Brilliant, it's a great ball in again. Is it going to be handball? Is he chopping off a handball? He is.
The referee getting involved here.
Handball.
It's a handball, and Hearts' joy is short-lived. We do have VAR, so the referee will be getting information in his ear. He's speaking to both captains at the moment. Is Cabore's goal going to stand? We've yet to see a replay.
His celebration was a bit laboured, but I don't know if it was.
That's what he does.
That's his celebration.
Yeah, he sinks to his knees. I think it's a handball with the looks of it.
And the referee, finger to his ear in that classic fashion, which makes
it's
not a goal stands.
I was going to say, he didn't look sheepish, because you would be a bit sheepish if you handballed it.
Goal stands.
Good play as well, just to knock him.
Off the chest.
Finish. He's actually, by the way, he's meant that. He's meant to put that in with his chest.
And do you know what? If someone deserves a goal, it's him.
Yeah.
He's been the much maligned fan, boo boy for the Hearts fans, and what fans have got to realise, this guy's a left winger, plays left wing for his country, left in a 3 for his country. He's been asked to play centre forward on his own at times. It's been difficult, but you know what? That's great for him.
That's some finish.
Brilliant.
It's so intelligent. He knows he can't. It's an awkward height for him, and he just lets it hit his body, and he kind of makes a slight movement to kind of just guide it off the turf and into the roof of the net.
You're right, Thomas. It's one of the ones where it's probably too low for his head. Sometimes you'll maybe try and get your foot on it and you'll sclaff it, but he's actually got the intelligence there just to say, right, do you know what? I'll just use my chest and get it towards the bottom corner of the goal. And what a goal for
And Ryan,
Hearts.
they deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. Their second half performance has been quite terrific.
What have Rapid Vienna got now? Hearts, unfortunately for them, are down to 10 players.
I hope they don't just go and sit in now, and I hope they're just going to try. I know they're down to 10 men, but keep trying to play the way they have been.
Here come Rapid down the left. Vermbrandt to Demir, and then his pass out to the right hand side to Bolla. Corner of the box, comes inside, gives it to Demir. Demir with a touch forward to the edge of the D, gets the strike away. It's taken a deflection, and it is a Rapid Vienna corner.
And what they have to do now is defend well. The next 5-10 minutes, make sure they don't concede anything.
Yeah, and has that woken Rapid Vienna up, that goal from Pierre-Landry Cabore, which has brought Hearts level in this tie. 10-man Hearts. They've had their challenges all night with Renault's early injury, then Finlay going off injured at half-time. Now Magnussen sent off, but it's not deterred them. They found a leveller.
Now this is where they do take a short corner, because Hearts are down to 10 men. You'd think they would take this to suck 2 out.
Spittle is marking Ro Yao in there, and in it goes to the 6-yard box, well defended by Jamie McCart at the near post. Comes back out to Bolla, and he plays it down the side of the box for Demir. Demir pauses, gets it on the left foot, and the little turn, and challenges Goods, and Cabore loses out, and it comes to Demir. He goes down. Didn't look like there was anything in that, and Bo Rouse gratefully dives on the ball, and Jamie McCart's demanding that Demir gets booked here for diving.
I think he should, but I was actually saying, oh no, because if Jamie McCart left that just go blindside, I don't know whether he thought it was going to go through to the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
I mean,
he noted
that's actually a yellow card for diving. That's a disgrace.
Because he's taken a shocking touch and he knows it, and he goes down. His touch is poor. It's ended the opportunity to shoot Ryan, and so then he just falls
100%.
over.
And listen, nobody wants to see that in the game. I hate it.
If referees don't, players are going to keep doing it if referees don't pull it up.
That aside, come on, Hearts. I mean, unbelievable how they've played in this second half. Going down to 10 men, they're actually still playing the same way. They've got that goal.
I think you've got to credit the manager. Right, you've got to credit the manager. Really do.
He's brave.
Yeah, he's done great. And we always said at Hearts last year, such a threat at set plays, not so much, and that'll maybe do the set piece coach a lot of favours.
Bolla, his own corner flag, and it's smashed off Cabore, whose goal has levelled this tie for Heart of Midlothian. As it stands, we're going to extra time. 7 minutes left plus stoppage time. I'm going to say for Hearts. I was going to say for Hearts to hang on, but this Hearts don't really do hanging on. They'll keep playing the way they play. Risk and rewards. Second half, it's been rewards. And here come Rapid Vienna on the left-hand side. Comes into Wurmbrand, step over, goes into the box. Altena squares him up, goes along the box, gets the low shot at goal. Rouse had it covered and it was going wide anyway, but it was a deflection that took it wide. So it's a corner to Rapid Vienna.
Altena there as well. You've got to show him the line. He's coming back in on his right foot. Try as much as you possibly can to show him down the line. Don't let him come in and get a shot at goal.
I'm worried he leaves a lazy leg in there and the player goes down.
Penalty, yeah.
Rapid Ultras still in fine voice, kept singing throughout. 84 minutes on the clock in Austria. 1-1. Short corner taken by Rapid Vienna. And Bola plays it to the edge of the box. Left-footed strike from Demir over the top.
That's fine. You'd expect your goalkeeper to be comfortable there. Again, the short corner, Altena. This has been a massacre on Altena all night defensively, but again, he jogs out there. You want him to sprint out. I think it's Blair Spittle then, you see Blair Spittle sprinting out to try and stop the shot. Yeah, it is. And it's a comfortable one over the crossbar in the end.
Hearts play it long. It's now with Bendegoose Bola. He plays a poor pass, looking for his captain Seidel.
It's Mendy coming on.
Yeah, Laurent Mendy going to make his third Hearts appearance, having impressed Tawdry and against Benfica in the hammering in spells, but then got injured. Hasn't been seen since. Those changes are going to be delayed for now. Thrown down the line by Hearts. Svetkovic clears, bounces. Demir's header, controlled by Aman, and now it's across to Bilic.
I think again that's the right substitution if we're going to go into extra time, which it's heading towards just now, is to bring him in there. He can move about, he's tidy on the ball, he can break things up.
Here comes Niko Bilic, and he goes out left with a pass, gets it back, and Aman halfway up Hearts half, and he drives forward towards the edge of the box, and he's brought down by Kabore, and it will be a Rapid Vienna free kick, and Kabore is going to get flashed a yellow cards by the Azerbaijani referee.
And this is dangerous, what you're looking at, maybe 23, 24 yards left to centre. You've seen the hit in the first half that the keeper Roos managed to save. This is closer this time than Kabore.
You know what, Alan, I can see again, see, to be fair to Kabore, he works his socks off, and that, yeah, I'm actually putting the blame on Claudio Braga there. Claudio Braga, defensively at times, he'll make that 1-2 yard sort of as if he's going to go, and then he just completely stops, and then it then puts Kabore in a position where he has to go, and then it's a last ditch challenge to try and stop him getting a shot, gives away the free kick. But when you drag it all back, you can see when he gets up and he's saying, Claudio, come on, can you help me out there?
Yeah. But the fans only see Kabore bringing the player down, and
yeah,
he
then
can
they
give it and have a go at him.
Yeah.
Free kick to Rapid Vienna. It's maybe 25 yards out, left of centre. It looks like it's going to be the captain, Matthias Seidel, who's going to take 3.5 minutes plus stoppage time left. 1-1, 3-3 in aggregate. It is Seidel with a free kick, straight into the wall. Breaks back for Aman. Goes to Seidel and then down the side of the box. Danger here for Hearts as it's flashed across goal. Bowler-Rouse with the save, and then it's out off the post. Oh, what a block it is, I think, in there. It was Royal, the big centre half, who had an open goal virtually to aim at, and I think he was finding the target, but for Borchgrevink.
Let's have a look.
No, it's come off the post, I think.
But does it not hit one of the Hearts players on the way across? Is it not Borchgrevink gets a foot
yes,
on
it?
It
Does.
yeah.
What a block
you could
that
see that
is.
straight away. You could see the way he was celebrating.
I mean, it's unorthodox from Roos going with his foot instead of his hands. Oh, what a block that is.
It's a brilliant block. Great touch for the centre half, getting the ball out his feet.
So now a corner to Rapid Vienna, and the referee making sure everything's all right in the box at the moment. The home side piling on the pressure. 10-man Hearts holding on for extra time at the moment, and it comes to the near post. Oh, it's chaos in there, and eventually scramble behind for another.
And asking for
corner,
a penalty.
and Rapid are screaming for something.
Screaming, they think it's a handball.
The referee hasn't given anything on the pitch. And it's going to be another corner. In any case, 2 minutes left of the 90 minutes. We can see a replay here, Alan.
Runs up Miller, it's never a penalty.
Short corner taken. Ball up. Now Demir, edge of the box. It's Giannis Horn. His strike's deflected away by Hearts. Miller will chase, and now here it's an opportunity for Hearts. Kabori, it's 3-on-3. Pierre-Landry Kabori up against a man. Step over, goes on the outside. Oh, the midfielder gets his body in front really well, and he's stayed so calm and defended that brilliantly.
He's got to pick up Braga there.
Yeah, Alan's 100% right. I think he tries to do the step over and go down the line. I think he's got to come inside there and try and get it into Claudio Braga's feet.
Now it's Rapid Vienna coming forward. Bilic. We're in the 90th minute in Vienna. 1-all, 3-all on aggregate. 10-man Hearts. It's Seidel. 20 yards out. Gives it to Bola on the right-hand side. Now it's back to Bilic. And he goes outside to Bola. Bola back to Bilic. Hearts back in their shape. 1 minute left plus stoppage time. We're heading for extra time as it stands. Serge-Philippe Royau, whose effort looked like it was heading in, but for the touch of Borchgrevink onto the post. What a dramatic second half it has been. Here is Aman, the midfielder from the Ivory Coast. Gives it to Niko Bilic, and he clips a ball to the back post, but he's overcooked it by a mile, and it goes by for a goal kick.
By the way, that all comes from Hearts holding their shape. Exactly what we've talked about the full game. The game management of getting back into a shape, no one breaking, put the pressure on Rapid there. You can see the manager's trying to tell his players to go side to side.
Braga off, Mendy on.
Yeah.
Good substitution that. And the thing is as well, Ryan, you know, I think it's been a game of two halves. Rapid were great first half, Hearts have been terrific second half. Credit the manager, we said he'll roll the dice with 15 to go. He does that, he makes the changes work for him. They're unlucky with Magnuson. Second one is a yellow, first one I think is a bit harsh.
4 added minutes, signalled by the fourth official. And Bola runs into it. Yeah, absolutely. And it's given. And Hearts get the free kick here. It was Kyrgiota that was cleaned out. And the yellow card is going to be flashed to the Hungarian right back when he gets back to his feet. Yeah, Hearts have a free kick.
I tell you what, it's such a dangerous position. Again, you're looking for that delivery from Blair Spittle, but as Alan was saying, Hearts have actually been unbelievable second half.
It gives you so much hope, Ryan, as a Hearts fan, and the fans out there and the ones watching and listening. Honestly, there's such a big turnaround, a new manager coming in, new style of play, new formation, new everything at Hearts. And you can see it's starting to gel, it's starting to come together. I mean, it takes time.
Yeah.
The fans need to be patient. But this performance in the second half, and the second half last week, has been quite terrific.
Can they win it here with 10 men? It would be so good.
The same ball as the last one.
Half hour, and it's Spittle. Just in line with the left corner of the box, about 25 yards from goal. He's going to try and arc it to the back post where Magnuson missed a sitter earlier. Here it comes. That one wasn't as well hit, didn't get enough on it, headed away. Altena, and it's out to the right hand side. Comes in early and deep, and Miller, oh, he was free, peeled off at the back post, but the ball was overhit, and it goes for a throw in down next to the corner flag. 2 minutes left, 1-all.
Yeah, you can see what Kyrgiot's trying there, just to try and find Calvin Miller. Probably both players will say one's overhit it and the other one, Kyrgiot will be saying Calvin Miller should have maybe just held back a couple of yards and onto his chest. But as I go back, Hearts have been absolutely outstanding this second half.
Laurent Mendy heads it forward and gets it back. Mendy over the top looking for Kabori, headed down and away. A man gets a touch on it. Borchgrevink comes inside and he just plays it up and through the air, looking to get rapid turns.
Down, is it?
No, I think
down
it's
on the ground.
Is it?
Kyrgiot's on the far side.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Blair Spittle down holding his hamstring as well. That's a worrying sight for Hearts, as they have a minute and a half left of normal time. We're heading for extra time as it stands. We're going to get a stoppage here. It is Blair Spittle who's down on the turf, and this is extremely concerning. The Hearts captain is down. He's not got back to his feet. He's holding his left hamstring, and he's got his face covered. I think this looks like he's not going to be able to run it off.
Again, it's never a good look. As soon as a player holds the back of his hamstring, it kind of tells you. They're just hoping they can get him back up on his feet.
Well, they've made their 5 changes in normal time. They'll get another one in extra time, but they might have to see out this.
Oh, he's grabbed his hamstring straight away.
Yeah.
It's as if Mendy actually kind of takes the ball off his foot there, and I don't know whether he's just the fatigue, the amount of effort that he's put in, strain on his body.
You're hoping it's cramp, but...
Yeah, he's back on his feet. Hearts are going to have to play out the last minute of this game with 9 men if he can't continue, because they've made their 5 subs. They'll get an extra one for extra time. But
who do you go with, you know?
Yeah, you've got Bassi, Mato, Genduz and Kamson Kamara are the outfield subs left. And it's backs against the wall here as Hearts try and see this into extra time. Svetkovic, the centre half for Rapid, plays it forwards into Seidel, back to Svetkovic. This will be the last play. Aman to Bilic, checks back and goes towards this near side. Demir, now it's Seidel. Seidel gives it to Demir. Demir on the left foot, nudges it to Aman, gets it back from Demir. Rapid Vienna very narrow at the moment as Demir shuffles across the pitch. 30 yards from goal, it comes to Bilic. Bilic goes to Aman. Hearts keeping them at arm's length at the moment. Oh, and there's a little pass into the edge of the box, and it's worked to Aman on the left foot, gets a strike away, but he scuffed it, and it's booted away by Ocean McEntee. Out for a throw-in on this near side, and will that be that?
You've got the option of Kamara to come on as a centre half, and then Ocean McEntee going into the middle of the park. You could do that. It's just they need to get a body on. They're down to 9 men.
Chance here, long range strike, flies into the stands, and the goal kick is given. It's Wurmbrandt who claims it took a deflection. Is he?
Spittle being waved back on there.
I don't know. Didn't see that there. Is
back on.
Yeah, it looks like he's back on. I wonder if it is cramp. So
there we go.
And there it is, the full-time whistle in Vienna. And what a second half performance from Hearts. They could have been level long before. Kabori chested in from a corner only 3 minutes after Thomas Magnuson was dismissed. Second yellow card for tripping Wurmbrandt. And it has been a heroic salvage job for Heart of Midlothian after trailing by a goal to 0 at half-time. Cara with a tap-in at the back post. They probably should have been further behind, but they've come out a different side in the second half, and they go into extra time in Vienna. It's 1-1 on the night, 3-3 on aggregate.
Hearts in the UEFA Conference League qualifiers.
Shoot! Live on Sportside on BBC Radio Scotland.
BBC Radio Scotland. Scottish football. Whenever, wherever you are.
Subscribe to the Scottish Football Podcast now as we look ahead to a packed weekend. On Saturday from 2, Sportsound brings together the latest from around the grounds, plus full coverage of Celtic against Falkirk from 3. Sunday's fixtures include Aberdeen against Rangers. That one kicks off at midday. Then, next Wednesday evening, it's a full midweek card, including Celtic Aberdeen and Falkirk against Rangers, followed by the Edinburgh Derby next Thursday night. Sportsound. Nobody brings you more live coverage of Scottish football. Returning Saturday from 2 on BBC Radio Scotland and Sounds.
So, folks, for the second night in succession, we are headed for extra time in European football. Ready, Alan? Ready, Ryan, for another 30 minutes?
I sure am. You waiting a wee bit overtime here, David, tonight, Chris? You couldn't see that coming. You know, I think Hearts have been terrific in the second half. They thoroughly deserve to take the game in extra time. They're now down to 10 men. They're dropping like flies, as we see Spittle with cramp there as well. But they've been brilliant. I think the manager must take so much pleasure from that side and that 45 minutes, especially the second 45 minutes. The goal for Cabot, I couldn't have handpicked somebody better to score a goal, because he's been much maligned since he's come to Tynecastle, and that's a massive goal. One that it really meant. You could see he chests it in, but he's meant that. So brilliant, and still half an hour to go.
Yeah, you don't see many chested finishes.
No, listen, it was a super intelligent finish. As I said in commentary there, it was probably one of the, but it was too low for his head, too high for his foot, and a great finish. But as I keep going back to, I said before the game management is the biggest thing. And I think second half, the way Hearts managed that game was absolutely outstanding. To a man, they were absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and they have a numerical disadvantage, though, Alan, going into this 2 halves of 15 minutes.
Yeah, they do, and it's going to take its toll. You know, I think Hearts are going to have to defend, but honestly, David, as a Hearts fan, you couldn't be more prouder of the team, the way they've played in that second half. They've showed real grit and determination, a lot of skill, a lot of ability, a lot of game awareness. It was probably lacking in that opening period, and you just hope they can go and do the same in this period here. But it looks like they're going to bring Rogers Mato on. One thing about Rogers Mato, he will close and harry and push and press, and I wonder if it's Spittle that's gone off.
Yeah, I'm just interested. You think Hearts have got the momentum going into this?
I mean, the second half, Rapid Vienna have just been so far off it. So when you look at them, their manager will probably be telling them to move the ball side to side to make the Hearts players work. But second half, Hearts were by far the better team. And even when they went down to 10 men, I still thought they were really, really good and the better team. As Alan said, it's another 30 minutes. It's a big ask. But if they play the exact same way they did in that second half, I can only see Hearts winning.
Yeah, Spittle's gone off because they're saying that it's Jamie McCart's taking the armband. He's the one that's tossing the coin to see which way they're going to kick. So Rogers Mato will come on. It's Rogers Mato.
Excitement builds as we head for another 30 minutes.
Be goalless.
Yeah, excitement builds, and it's time for an encore for Thomas. Thomas, take it away.
Thank you. As winger Rogers Mato jogs on from Uganda, as Alan describes. Player Spittle going off, clearly was struggling. Maybe just came back on to give them an extra man on the pitch, whether it's cramp or something like a strain, we'll see. But Hearts, what an effort. 10 players as well to get to extra time. Can they finish the job?
I think the good thing with having Mendy and McAtee in there is they've got legs, they can get about, they're aggressive.
DC Mato running, catch pigeons.
That's what I'm saying. Hopefully he has. I know he's a bit indecisive. He's either really good or really, really bad. Hopefully he's a really, really good 30 minutes.
I'll tell you one thing, Ryan, you'll see he'll take over from Dyson Maida, but closing players down. You see this guy close folk down.
Well, hopefully he catches a few chickens and he scores a goal and gets Hearts through.
10-man Hearts looking to get through to the Conference League phase. Qualify as of right by winning your way through qualifiers for only the second time. European competition would be a magnificent achievement for Wouter Vranken. And tumbled out, understandably, of the Champions League and Europa League as Royal collects halfway in Rapid Vienna. They must be kicking themselves. 1-0 up, should have been out of sight probably by half-time, and to let Hearts back into it.
So the changes, Mato's going on the left, Miller's going to try and play in, if he can, in beside Mendy, so he'll come off his wing and play in there. And Mato will be the one that will try and break forward as much as he can.
Violets out to Janus Horn. The German goes back with his pass. You can just see as he rattled that back, the bobbled nature of the pitch as it skipped off the turf. Royal gives it to Nico Violets in his own half. Comes inside, Mendy goes across with him. Lays it off to Aman. Now it's Horn. And as far as I can tell, Rapid still only made the 2 subs, so got players in reserve. Manager not trusting more of them at the moment, but here they come forwards. Demir goes from range and it's thumped into Ocean McEntee. He's taking one flush in the face. It's bouncing in the box here. Danger for Hearts. Cara trying to flick it on and it's cleared. Yeah, face injury, head injury for Ocean McEntee. Just cracked him. There's some strike. Let's hope he's okay. As he gets back to his feet. He looks like he's moving okay, so he'll be okay to continue.
Again, he's been terrific.
Yeah,
he really has.
He's not looked anything other than a centre half playing in there.
I think the manager's been booked. Hearts manager seems to have been yellow carded there.
Yeah, I think he'd been upset at the fact that he hasn't blown his whistle sooner.
Yeah,
it was a good strike, good power in it, and Ocean McAtee's taking it straight, square in the face. Actually, do you know what? As I said, I had a pop at the manager with his comments after the Sturm Graz game, but I like him. He actually looks as if he's got a bit of needle about him, which I like.
And there's something about him.
Yeah.
I sat in it was a conversation. It was an hour. I was in the room and he spoke for an hour, and honestly, he was terrific. Really good.
Yeah, and he's a guy who's worked his way up from working in banks and as a salesman as a coach in part-time football, all the way up to the Belgian top flight as Rapid Vienna forward, but it's well won by Hearts. Mato chasing back spectacularly. Borchgrevink now up the line, and Kabore will give chase, but it will go through to the goalkeeper of Rapid. And it's brilliant from Kabore to intercept that pass out from the back. Kabore trying to run down the left, good recovery from Romeo Aman, and it's back to Svetkovic. Rapid Vienna have been really loose playing out at times in the second half and this early part of extra time, which they just simply weren't in the first half.
It was such good play there, obviously, Kabore reading that pass, and I think when he gets into that position where he's running down the line, he has to try and maybe buy something, get his body in front of the defender to try and buy a free kick. Rapid Vienna want to just turn the ball back over. As you can see the manager at 5 minutes before the end of the game there saying move the ball about.
Danger here, Seidel on the edge of the box, comes off Makar, Rapid corner.
Keep switched on if they can. Not easy. There'll be some tired legs out there. They've put a lot into it, especially in that second half.
Yeah, it's not a pitch that you will, by the looks of it, that you'll enjoy running on for 120 minutes. Rapid Vienna corner. It is Yusuf Demir to take from the far side, left-footed into the 6-yard box. Rouse comes, gets something on it. It drops on the edge of the box for Horn, takes a strike. It was going off target, but it had to be dealt with. It was by Hearts, cleared. Now it's played down the right-hand side. Demir through the legs of Mato, and gets the pass away to Seidel, and now it's with Aman. Hearts are able to push out of their box. Played nearly 5 minutes of extra time, still level, and it's a header from Kara. Glances it wide. It remains 1-1, 3-3 on aggregate.
Yeah, he just gets across the front of Jamie McCart there and flicks a header on. It's a decent ball in. He's going to have to generate a lot of power in that header to try and beat the keeper from there. It's a reasonable ball, but he just gets across in front of McCart. I think McCart's done well, really, tonight. I think the centre halves have been excellent. Finlay while he was on. McEntee just gives his all every single game.
Chased back by Borchgrevink, who wins it in pursuit of Demir. Demir back down the line, and it's across to Jonas Horn. Horn out to the left-hand side, and Wurmbrand. Good defending from Sabakir Yota to nudge it out for a throw-in. Horn takes it quickly to Bilic. Controls with the pink boots, a diminutive Austrian. Summer signing for Rapid. Aman to Demir. It's all quite pedestrian from Rapid Vienna, slow passing. Now it's out to the left-hand side. Now Horn sends it into the box, but it's a poor ball which goes straight into the side netting. And it remains 1-1, 3-3 on aggregate.
Yeah, just take their time, Ryan. Yeah, if they can. You know, I know the new rules don't allow goalkeepers to take their time as much, but don't start the game at the back. There's tired legs. Just get up. Let the keeper go long for a few times.
Yeah, I think that would be the biggest thing, is get up to Kabore, just go long, get yourself back up the pitch.
Yeah, Rapid head it back to Hedel, the goalkeeper. He was beaten by that lovely, delicate finish from Pierre-Landry Kabore, his first of the season. The biggest he's scored yet for Hearts, really. Getting them into extra time, despite Magnussen being sent off 3 minutes before that.
And there's Miller struggling now. Calvin Miller.
Mendy. Oh, what a delay that is on the pass, and little flick to keep the ball for Hearts, and then he goes to Kyrgiota, and then McCart back to the goalkeeper Rouse, and he clips a pass out to the wing. Oh, he's unlucky there. That was a nice pick out from the goalkeeper, and it goes out for throw into Rapid. And Svetkovic, but Rapid Vienna, I don't want to curse it really, but they almost look out of ideas. The Austrians struggling a bit at the moment. It's Bilic out to the left-hand side. Jonas Horn, Nico Bilic, who is certainly darted about everywhere trying to get on the ball and make stuff happen for Rapid Vienna. Seidel gives it away. Mendy goes back to his goalkeeper for Hearts, who makes no mistake in blasting it long, and Pierre-Landry Kabore makes sure there's pressure applied to Royale, but he nods it back to his goalkeeper, and we will do the same dance again with the 11 players of Rapid Vienna carrying forward.
Yeah, I think this is just the way it's going to play out now. is Rapid Vienna are going to have most of the ball. Hearts are going to have to just sit in their shape, be comfortable sitting in the shape. They're going to have to be so switched on. And Kabori up top is just going to have to be ready to go and chase anything that goes over his shoulder and over the Rapid centre-half's shoulders.
If there's one thing that Pierre-Landry Kabori can do, it's run himself into the ground. That's what he'll do for the team. As Johannes Horn plays it to Royal, whose head's bandaged up. He thought he'd put Rapid into the Conference League proper with his strike, which was deflected onto the post by Borchgrevink. Heroic intervention from the Hearts substitute in normal time as a man carries forward, bursts up to the edge of the box, turns, Mendy pursues, and it's Bilic now. Bilic goes square with the pass. Here's a shooting opportunity for Demir, but he doesn't want to take it on his right foot, and the chance is gone. Johannes Horn now, Rapid still in possession, hooks one into the box. There's no one there for Rapid. It drops now to Demir again on his left foot this time. His pass isn't the best, but Rapid Vienna still keep hold of the ball. Horn out to Wurmbrand. Wurmbrand in with the right foot, diving header away by McEntee. Now Rapid Vienna come again. Svetkovic down the side of the box. The sliding challenge is a good one from Mato. Corner kick to Rapid Vienna.
Held a good line there, good headers, a couple of them from McEntee to clear the box as well. Make sure they're switched on at this corner. You would imagine that Rapid will take this shot.
Yeah, it's another opportunity, but Hearts largely done well from set pieces. This one's into the near post. Cara tries to touch it. It's Mato who gets it away. Now it's Kariota if he can pick the pass to Kabori, and he's managed to do it here. Kabori on the left hand side and halfway. He's getting support from Mato.
Through, just roll him through.
Mato makes the run. That's a brilliant run. He's on the ball on the left hand side of the box. Hearts committing numbers forward now, including Kariota, and it goes from Rogers. Mato. Miller's free at the back post. It's Calvin! Oh my word! What
and
a goal from Calvin Miller! He might have injured himself in the process, but he has volleyed 10-man Hearts in front against Rapid Vienna in extra time. It is quite incredible. Rapid Vienna 1, Heart of Midlothian 2, 4-3 on aggregate.
I was going to just say, Calvin stopped running forward as he was going there, because he was running, he was holding his hamstring as he was trying to get into the box. Mato makes that run in behind, Kabori slips him in. Big high cross. Oh, what a goal that is. A sort of bicycle kick volley. Just, oh, it's magnificent.
You know what,
using defender as a block as well.
You say technique on demand. This is when you demand your technique to be spot on. And look at that. He's off the ground actually when he hits it with his left foot. Great ball in from Rogers Mato, it really was. But he's actually off the ground, 2 feet off the ground when he hits that into the back of the net. And it's wonderful technique.
His celebration's amazing as well, where he's holding his hamstring, trying to celebrate, can't move. But I tell you what, question now is, does the manager get him off?
Can't. There's no get any changes
left. And now Rapid Vienna are going to their bench, bringing on Marco Tilio, the former Celtic winger.
What do? Do you put him out in the wing and then put Mato in to try and just run about?
The thing is, Mato's another one that just plays off the cuff.
Yeah, so
can you trust him to come in here?
Or do you just tell Calvin Miller that you're just going to have to go and stand in there? And anything
he's all right, he's got a low, and hopefully he's all right.
That's one of the best goals you'll see all season. The way he watches the ball come from a great height.
Especially with a guy with half a groin, it looks like.
He's airborne, and he doesn't like try and smash it. He just like, so cultured. It's a wonderful, wonderful finish. This is just heroic stuff all around from Hearts. They're dropping like flies. They're down to 10 men, and they're somehow in front. It's incredible.
I think, as Alan said there as well, Thomas, that's when you need your big players, your technical players, to come up with something. And I mean, it's one of the best volleys I've seen.
Wurmbrand, step over, brilliant challenge from Kariota, and then he's barged over by Kabori. That was clumsy. Free kick.
Again, that's just the strikers. I know there's no badness in that. He wants to try and win the ball, but he has to stand. Look at.
He doesn't need to go for it. He's facing his own. He's facing the touchline. He's 3 yards for the touchline. Just jockey him, be behind him, make sure he doesn't turn. But what you've done is given a free kick away, and Hearts are going to have to defend from their penalty spot. They're as deep as that.
I tell you what, Calvin Miller stepped up to the plate. Now's the time for Ocean McAtee, who's been brilliant, McCart, to go and command that area, go and defend.
Bendigoo's ball is ready to take this free kick from 5 yards in from the left touch line.
Just wonder if they can be brave and hold the line, stand still. That takes a lot of training to do that.
And it comes from ball. It's a terrible ball, and it's headed away by Kabore. Rapid Vienna been so poor since half time. It's headed down and away by Mendy this time as it comes back into the Hearts box. This is one of the most heroic displays from a Scottish side in Europe we've seen. Terrific from Hearts. Can they hold on? Here's Wurmbrands. Challenge from Sabakar Yota. And he's holding on to it as well. Every Hearts player who's come on has played a part. Whatever job they've been asked to do. What about that for composure from Mendy away from one, and clips one up to Kabore on halfway, won by a man, and it drops for Royau. Now, danger here as Demir comes forwards, passes it to Marco Tilio. Tilio goes to the byline, stands one up, but it doesn't beat the giant Boraus, and his near post dives on the ball. Rapid 1, Hearts 2, 4-3 on aggregate.
Minute to go before we get a break as well. Manager, players, supporters, a lot of credit for them.
Kariota steals it, it goes down. Is that a free kick? No, says the referee. Here is Bilitz. Is forward now, down the right hand side of the box. Tilio, he's looking for an option. There aren't many, tries to club it to the back post, takes a deflection, and Miller has to volley one away. Wouldn't someone think of that left leg of his? See nursing cramp after he volleyed Hearts in front, and it's Bolla to a man. Man spins in the corner of the box. Oh, brilliant footwork on. He tried to squeeze it back to Bolla. Hearts get a touch on it. Now it's Demir, left footed volley, takes a deflection, which takes all the sting from the shot, and it goes through to Boraus. And that might be that for the first half of extra time.
I tell you, again, just great defending as a team, trying to block shots, keeping a good shape. The actual space between the back four and the midfield players is compact, so it doesn't allow Rapid Vienna to play through the lines.
Poor touch, but then it's given straight back to Wurmbrand. Then he goes over looking for a free kick, which he's not going to get. We're playing one added minute at the end of extra time. How about that for Calvin Miller to keep the ball? It's taken Toyota, and he has won a free kick. And Hearts just doing everything right at the moment.
And you can see now that the fans are starting to jeer and whistle, and Hearts just, again, I'll go back on it, that game management. They have to just be super professional from here to the end of extra time, and they'll get away with a win.
Ryan, I think the optimism at the start of the season when Derek leaves and Lawrence leaves and Cammy Devlin and everything else that goes with it, it's been quite a turnaround, but they've been absolutely relentless in the way they've went about it. Yeah, they got caught early with two good sides, Graz and Benfica, and this is a good side as well. But you know what? It's so promising for Hearts going forward this season. It really is.
I tell you something, and I'll admit that.
No, but
I was one of them.
Half-time and extra time. Hearts are so close to the Conference League. 10-man Hearts ahead, thanks to Calvin Miller's magnificent volley, bicycle kick, whatever you want to call it. Terrific. It's Hearts 2, Rapid Vienna 1 in extra time. 15 minutes left for Hearts to survive with 10 players.
Hearts in the UEFA Conference League qualifiers.
Shoot! Live on Sportside on BBC Radio Scotland.
I will just give Thomas a wee breather as he steels himself for 15 minutes. Alan Preston, that will seal Hearts' European destiny this season. 15 minutes from the Conference League and 6 more European games.
Yeah, they're going to have to defend well, but they've been brilliant, David. Regardless of what happens at the end of this game, Hearts have been terrific. It's been a brilliant away display so far. They're down to 10 men for long periods of the game. They were one behind. They were never really in that opening half. Whatever the manager said or done at half-time, he's rang the changes, he's rolled the dice with 15 to go, got themselves back in the game, gone to extra time. Again, he's made changes. Maybe some are needed. Rogers Matto comes on, great ball back, and Miller, he won't score a finer volley in his career. Hearts have been brilliant.
You ready to go, Thomas? Have you had enough respite? I see the players meandering towards the centre line to get this second 15 underway.
Yeah, I think I hope Rogers Matto's ready. He was getting stretched there by his teammates in that break, which is concerning considering he only came on.
He's not done that much running. He's not caught that many chickens.
No, did set up the goal to be fair, but yeah, he's not been on for that long, but he looks fine. So Hearts have used all their subs, they're already down to 10. They simply have to make sure everyone sees this through. Rapid Vienna.
I mean, what a result this would be. From the first half performance to go out, and by the way, even take this, listen, the performance is what it is. Sometimes you don't play well, but to actually go away down in Europe and to come back down to 10 men in the manner that Hearts have has been absolutely outstanding.
Here's Bola for Rapid Vienna as they desperately chase an equaliser. Bola, right hand side. You can see Johannes Hoftorup trying to furiously get some tactical instructions on in that brief break. Will it work as it goes down the left? Flash to the near post. McEntee's there to boot it away. And that's what it's going to be for Hearts in this final 15 minutes. Defend your box, defend everything for your life. And they'll be in the Conference League. It is Aman to Serge-Philippe Royal. And it's played into the box. Altona heads it away. Miller tries to help it on its way, but it's back with Rapid Vienna and Aman. He tries to squeeze the pass through, cut out. Aman to Bylitz. He pauses. Aman on the edge of the box, takes the long range strike. Owen Rouse clings onto it just as the striker was lurking to try and tap in the rebound, but Hearts will take that.
Yeah, heart was in the mouth there a little bit. Just when the shot comes in there, he spills it and manages to get his body back on top of the ball. But Alan will say as well, so many times during the week in training you'll do these sort of exercises.
Yeah. Here's Rogers Mato up the other end. Borchgrevink offering an option as well. Hearts go two in front. Borchgrevink from distance, straight at the goalkeeper.
Yeah, as I said, you'll do these exercises in training where you'll just sit in a sort of lower block where you'll try and stop the attacking players from scoring.
It's just wave after wave of attack. Yeah. Make sure you close the gap. Full-backs don't let the ball up the inside of you. Mistakes will happen, as we've just seen there.
Rapid Vienna, I actually can't believe that he's just actually passed that completely out the pitch. I mean, they've been so far off it since they scored that goal.
Thrown down the line by Hearts towards Kabore. He's holding off Cvetkovic, gets a little backheel flick, which Mato helps on its way, but there's no one there. But Kabore gets his body in on the challenge, but bounces for Bylitz, and he will pass it now to Romeo Aman, who can strike towards the halfway line. Hearts need to be careful, not committing too many forward. They have a 1-goal advantage with 12.5 minutes plus stoppage time left in this Conference League playoff. It's been a heroic effort from Heart of Midlothian. They played down the left-hand side of their box. It's Wurmbrandt to left back Horn, back to Bylitz. He curls one into the box, but it's aimless, no one there. Headed though straight to Bola, right corner of the area. Now it's with Demir, goes with the left foot from distance. Oh, what a strike that was, and it just drifts by Bordhouse's right hand post, and it remains Rapid Vienna 1, 10-man Hearts 2.
I tell you what, if he scores that, there's nothing you can do about that. That is a sensational strike that just goes past the post. And sometimes there is nothing you can do about that, Alan, if that goes in.
Just cuts across it, Ryan, thankfully for Hearts, and it just drifts wide of the target.
I'm going to say Big Roos had that covered there, but we were scampering.
Hearts on the ball. Slender 1-goal advantage, playing a man down. Kabore tries to win it. It's Rapid who have it. Desperate times for them. And it's Laurent Mendy caught a bit here. It's Tilio driving forward, but Saba Karyota, what a shift he's put in as well since coming on.
He always does, honestly. He's a game changer, and he's won a free kick
as well.
I thought.
It's just terrific.
Absolutely.
We've played with these players as well, haven't you? And it's sad as well, because when he starts, he doesn't have the same effect usually.
It's a brilliant
but
sub.
See when he comes on, and you know that will frustrate the life out of him when people will be like, oh, you can come on and you can impact the game, because all you want to do as a player is to start games.
But in fairness, he's not had many opportunities to start. It's just
no,
like,
but he's been brilliant.
He's always effective. Even last year, you see him comes off at Easter Road, sets up the winner, comes on game after game, does well.
Kabore's barged into the goalkeeper there, so it will be
Kabore has to watch. He's been booked.
Yes, indeed. Hearts can ill afford to go down to 9. It's only 11.5 minutes plus stoppage time away from one of the best results Hearts have had, well, probably since their late 80s runs in the UEFA Cup, they got to the quarter-final. Just the nature of the backs to the wall. Stuffle goes to the back post. Cara was the onside flag, stays down, lays it to the edge of the box. Bilic, good feet. Mendy puts the challenge in, and then away by Mato.
Miller can't move.
He gets back off the turf. Miller, he's limping about. He's just trying to get close to a man. It's into Demir. Demir down the right-hand side of the box with a pass to Tilio, who gets the return. Tilio delays the cross. Marco Tilio goes inside out, and then Borchgrevink toes it behind for a corner.
Watch Miller. Miller trying to walk.
He's given everything.
He's been terrific. It's absolutely, they have. To a man, there is not a failure in that Hearts side. Yes, we were a bit harsh on Altena in that opening period, but his games came on in the second half and in extra time.
Corner to Rapid Vienna, near sides. A left-footed delivery from Demir. Really shocking ball, right to the near post.
Yes.
It's gone all the way behind for a goal kick-off. Cara. Rapid Vienna, that is a really poor delivery. Less than 10 minutes stoppages to go. Now it's Auso coming on for Rapid Vienna, and Haidara's a striker as well. Yanis Horn and Bendigou's ball are making way. Auso's a defender, so centre back by trade. So we'll see how that shakes things up for the home side. Mulai Haidara scored a couple in the last round against Peda of Estonia. It's 9 minutes plus stoppages for Hearts to hold on to this advantage. While a player down, Magnussen sent off on 76 minutes, Kabore equalising on 79, Miller on 101, putting Hearts in front. Incredible game as Haidara goes down the right-hand side and Mato sticks to his task and could only concede a corner.
Yeah, it's good defending. He'll be disappointed that it's gone out for the corner, but fundamentally he's got his body back in a position. That's all he can really do, is defend it as best he can.
I think he's done well, Ryan, because speaking to Hearts, he's not had a lot of coaching in his life.
Yeah.
But he's just all
raw.
energy,
Yep.
very raw.
And it comes, glanced away by Hearts, and then the volley is really poor from Ausu. I think the substitute just turns it behind, miles wide, and Hearts will take that all day. 8 minutes plus stoppages left. They lead by 2-1, 4-3 on aggregate.
Yeah, good defending there again from McCart, getting his head in the way, and it's probably just a bit too early.
Now Kabore running the channel, and he's kept the ball right hand side of the box and on the left foot. Kabore, tame shot straight at the goalkeeper.
But again, they're 100 yards up the pitch. Willing runner gets the shot off.
I'm just waiting for Rapid Vienna to show a bit of urgency. It's all very pedestrian and slow from them. Delaying, putting it into the box, and to be fair, when it does go in, Hearts have defended manfully. Now it comes wide to Haidara. Haidara having a go at Mato, but Mato's quick and he bites back. The ball goes across goal, diving header away to the edge of the box. Poor touch from Bilic, and Mendy clears for Hearts.
A great header again there from McCart, diving header.
Yeah, they've been brilliant. Centre halves, magnificent.
Bilic. Rapid Vienna need a spark. Hearts need to keep doing what they're doing defensively. 7 minutes left. The early ball comes in now. McEntee heads it away. He'll have a sore head in the morning as it goes down the left. Wormbrand. And Rapid get the throw in on the far side. Taking it back down the line to Boyao, and it's now with a man. Pass to Wormbrand down the left. Sends in the ball. Cara's header well off target. Rapid 1, Hearts 2.
I mean, Hearts will take that all day long. It's a half-decent cross in the box, but for the Rapid striker there, he's 12, 13 yards from goal. The ball's actually going away from the goal. He's trying to get power on it. Goes wide of the post. As you are saying, two centre-halves have been absolutely outstanding, but as Alan was saying, every single player has been tremendous tonight.
Honestly, to a man, Ryan, they've been magnificent. Cabore's just won a free kick there as well. Needs to get up because you can't have him going off for a minute.
Anja Usu
puts his arm across him, catches him in the face, but he's got to get up. Can't go down to 9.
Yellow carded as well. Ausu just on the pitch.
Sending any up? Sorry, Ryan, I wouldn't be sending any up. I'd be taking this shot if we can. Keep the ball, keep your centre halves back the park.
Yeah, just put it down the line for Kabori to chase it.
Here it is. McEntee plays it down the right, picked out the pass for Carriota. Carriota, such good feet, and he tries to go round his.
See again, do you know what? I know it's went out for a throw in there for Rapid Vienna, but it's good play there because the easy pass was onto Calvin Miller. He obviously understands that Calvin's struggling, so doesn't give him the ball.
He's still running, still plugging away though, Calvin Miller.
Unbelievable.
I mean, incredible. The thing you would say is St Johnstone will probably be glad the shift that Hearts have had to put in tonight, but what a shift it has been, and can they finish the job? Now it's under 5 minutes plus stoppage time. A man down, a goal up in this Conference League tie, and it comes from the left-hand side to the back post. Laurent Mendy's there, header to the edge of the box, brought down by Demir, but his touch takes him further away from goal. It is now Bilic, Demir to the right-hand side. Haidara fizzes one in. Oh, it's miscued. What a chance. Comes to the edge of the box. Shot is blocked. Miller's taking it right into the guts, and he's down-winded now. Oh, now Kabori is spun about 3 times there and kept hold of the ball. Gives it to Mato on the other side. Now it's Mendy. Hearts now down the left with Mato. What brilliant play that is. He unleashes those long legs. Mato holds it up. Left-hand side next to the corner flag. Has he won a corner? Not quite. He's unlucky. Oh,
see if that Hearts player's still down.
And some of them can barely run out there. It's incredible. And Miller, I mean, he can barely run, and he's been absolutely scudded with the ball from close range. He can barely walk. He's limping about. Hearts still with work to do here.
Feel that
as they come forward. It's Ausu from the edge of the box, and the diving header away to take it away from the target. That was a dangerous shot, and now McEntee's down clutching his head. It's almost comical. The walking wounded. Incredible stuff from Hearts. Rearguard action.
We're watching Miller struggling to walk. McEntee's down. Great block. It's a shot. Keeper might have got there, but I'll tell you what a block. We're watching Miller.
It's not even in the guts either.
No, unfortunately, it's not.
In comes the corner, away at the near post. Carriota controls. Stays calm. Moves it towards the corner flag and clears up the line to buy his team a few more seconds. 3 minutes plus stoppage time left. Hearts with a goal advantage. Demir down the right. Gives it to Bilic. Now it's back to Aman. Across the box for the pass. It's Ausu. And he sent that over the top of the stand just about. It comes off the top of the stand. It's an awful shot from the centre half, and that is merciful for Hearts. 2.5 minutes left.
That ball's away down the bypass.
You've got to know what's in the locker.
Yeah.
That's certainly not in his locker. That is.
I think Calvin Miller's just checking that both are still intact. He will not enjoy the plane journey home. Sore groin.
Bit of ice on that.
Jesus.
I think they'll be staying tonight, I would imagine, Ryan. They'll stay and come back tomorrow afternoon, which...
Well, they'll sleep well. He won't sleep well tonight.
They'll all sleep well tonight, regardless what happens in the next 2.5 minutes.
Here come Rapid. Nice ball for Demir. He's moving towards the edge of the box. Hearts with mere minutes to go.
Good defending there for Altena. See, he can do it when he tries and he thinks about it.
Challenge from Mendy is good. Back to Ausu. He fizzes a left, and he's had a shocker. He's had a shocker since coming on. He passes it straight behind for a goal kick to Hearts.
I think every time that defensively just get Kabori back in next to Calvin Miller now. Listen, we've got 2 minutes to go from a goal kick. Put Kabori up, and as soon as we look, he's going to lose it effectively. Get him back into a shape. There you go.
Yeah, just drop in. Difficulty beat. 1.5 plus whatever.
Manager's going absolutely crazy, which I like as well, is the fact that he's still on the case.
He's matching the energy of his players out there as it's taken down the right by Haidara. Danger here, good ball. It's in. Rapid have scored. 1 minute left of extra time, and Ercan Kara celebrates after making the near post run. He claims he got the final touch. And 10-man Hearts have been so brave, so brilliant, and they have been pegged back with just a minute left. It is heartbreaking. It is 2-2, 4-4 on aggregate.
They've been brilliant, Hearts, they really have. He's onside. Mato just can't get there. Comes off his thigh, I think. Is it his right thigh it hits? On the way in, really good finish. It's a bit like, Cabor's finish with the chest. I think that's hit him off the thighs, meant that to go in at the near post. Really good cross.
It's gut-wrenching for Hearts.
Jamie McCart trying everything he can to get a block at the front post, but it's a great touch and a great cross.
Yeah, it's a great ball in and really good.
I said, do you know what, it's a good goal.
Yeah,
sometimes
very good.
You can do with that.
Very good. But their heads can't go down, Thomas, because they've been brilliant. Still in the game.
It's actually the big centre-half, Svetkovic, that's got across the front post, playing as a striker. And touches it into the top corner with his thigh. And as it stands, we're going to penalty kicks. Hearts were so close to going straight through. As there's a change made, Amani is off for Schaub, who is a player who might be likely to take a spot kick for Rapid, who have done enough, it looks like, to take this game to penalty kicks, and they could yet win it. We've got 30 seconds left of the one added. It goes to Demir. This would be really heartbreaking for Hearts if it was to be ended before the extra time, but they've defended another ball into their box. Carriota holds on to it, and then Altena just smashes it long as the only option he had. Bounces on a good header on it from Kabori, and Ausu has lost sight of it. Kabori coming forward, the defender has recovered. It's headed back to Svetkovic. And there it is, penalty kicks. Hearts were oh so close. A heroic effort after Magnussen's second half sending off. Kabori forced extra time. Miller with one of the best goals you'll see all season to put them in front after 101 minutes. But Svetkovic has scored with 1 minute of extra time remaining to make it Rapid Vienna 2, Hearts 2, 4-4 on aggregate. And it is going to be decided by penalties.
Thanks very much, Thomas. Chance for you to get a wee bit of respite there just while we reflect on what was a dramatic night, a heroic performance, as Thomas underlined several times there. The players are out on their feet, they put their bodies on the line, and then just when you're a minute away from one of the great nights in Hearts European history, Ryan, the ground is pulled from under your feet.
Yeah, it's a big blow, but listen, this is European football. It happens. How many times do we see it over the seasons, over the years that it happens? But I tell you what, to a man, they have been absolutely outstanding. And that's the substitutions coming on. I think, as Alan said in commentary, the manager's been brave. He's got his decisions right. You look at, for example, James Wilson does so well when he's on, holding the ball up, buying free kicks. He goes off, Kabori comes on, does great with his goal. Two centre-halves have been absolutely outstanding. I just hope there's a hero. Do you know what? I hope Big Roos.
Yeah.
I hope there's a hero in there. Worrying thing is Calvin Miller would probably be a penalty taker. There's no chance he could kick the ball.
You never know.
Well, he might.
They've shown plenty of character throughout the night. This is now a time when character comes to centre stage.
Honestly, you're running out of words to say about that performance in the second half and full extra time. And you know what? Driving through today, if you had said to me, this will go to penalties, I would have taken that. I really would have, because I thought they were going to struggle away from home. But the manner of the performance and the last minute goal in the 119th minute there is a sickener for them. But they're still very much in the tie, and that's what the manager has to get over here. They'll be feeling maybe a bit sorry for themselves, as where Rapid will be buoyant because they've got out of jail really with that one. But you know what, they're still in the tie, and hopefully the new keeper can save it.
You would have thought you'd been forgiven for thinking, Ryan, when Hearts go down to 10 men, that's, you know, they're down and out.
Listen, I thought
the opposite of
I thought that. I thought Rapid would just take control of it. Do you want to know what I will say? See, at the end of the season, there was such and last season, there was such a connection between the players, the manager, the fans, everything that happened last year. And I was gutted when everything happened during the summer, with the players leaving, the manager leaving, because I wanted that connection again. Seeing that tonight, I feel the exact same, genuinely. And I think every Hearts fan will be so proud of the manager, the coaching staff, everyone involved, and ultimately the players on that pitch, to a man, have been outstanding for Hearts tonight.
Ryan, see if people doubt Sturm Graz, Benfica, etc. See if they doubt the manager's credentials, the way he's got the players moving, the way he's got them playing, the team spirit is all for an abundance for them to see there tonight. Regardless of what happens on the penalty kicks, the fans will leave that stadium tonight proud of their club. Every Hearts fan watching will be the same.
Yeah.
The players that have been deserve all the credit, but equally the manager does. He's come into a new environment, new football, different country, and he's adapted very, very quickly, and he's got the fighting spirit in that side.
I can just overhear the conversation between the referee and the captain, so it looks as though Hearts are going to be first on the hockey, Thomas.
Yeah, Rapid Vienna get to take the penalties down in front of their ultras, but it will be Hearts who will go first, which statistically is the advantage in the shootout. And we know Hearts love their data, so
Thomas, why did you say that?
I'm sure Tony Bloom will be pleased they've won that. But Rapid Vienna, of course, beat Dundee United on penalties in this competition a year ago. They scored all 5. There's a couple who are scored that night who are still on the pitch, including Kara and Royal. Amar Fata missed the opener for United that night, and that proved enough for Rapid to go through. It's going to be Calvin Miller first up for Heart of Midlothian. He's got one last kick of the ball in him, and then his shift is done for the night. Can he find the net? The referee has given instructions to Boraus and to Nicholas Hedel, the Rapid goalkeeper, about staying on your line, and they've got VAR in play and all the rest of it. It's so tense. It all comes down to penalties for a place in this season's Conference League. Calvin Miller has already scored 2 penalties this season for Hearts. He has a little word with the goalkeeper as well. Miller shuffles to his right-hand side. It is Calvin Miller. Steps up left-footed, scores, passes it comfortably into the net, and Hearts are off the mark.
Yeah, it's a great penalty. Great penalty. Goalkeeper's moving right along his line to try and put him off. Calm, composed, right in the corner. What a performance for him, by the way. He has been absolutely outstanding. Now come on, the giant.
Boraus, giant in name, giant in nature. Can he produce a giant performance here? He has been excellent in his early Hearts career, albeit just the one clean sheet, but I don't think you can blame that on him. As Ershan Kara steps up, scored in the first half for Rapid. Here he comes, right-footed, scores. Goalkeeper goes the right way, but he squeezes it right into the corner, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, it's a good penalty. Boraus goes the right way, he's unlucky. Right in the corner, really good penalty kick.
Yeah, he guesses right, Rouse, but it is a top penalty from Rapid's number 9 stepping up, taking responsibility, and it is Jordi Altena. He was a bit of the villain in the first half, improved in the second. What's going to happen here for the Dutchman?
Don't do nothing smart, don't try and check your run, just hit the ball, don't dink it, put your foot through the ball.
Here it is, Altena, in front of the Rapid Ultras who are whistling him. Couple of steps. Oh, the goalkeeper got something on it, but it squirms past them into the net. It's 2-1 Hearts. Big sigh of relief from Wouter Vranken.
Well done, Altena. Was that had visions of him running and you know, doing the stuttery run? Goes under the keeper. The keeper's got to save that.
Listen, we'll take it. That is... Yeah, he should save that. But we'll take it.
Is it Hearts night?
We'll take it.
Oh, he's there as well. He's just got to get his body lower. But
you know what that reminds me of? Other way was Swallow in the game against Celtic at Parkhead, that one with Engels, last game of the season.
Yeah, and chance now for Schaub, the Rapid club legend, left-footed. Oh, brilliant! Reverses the finish into the far corner. Rouse went the other way, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that was calm. Sent Rouse the opposite way. Yeah, good power in it. Right in the corner again.
Great penalty.
Yeah.
Really good.
You can see that's just an experienced player, isn't it?
Yeah, he's Rapid's all-time top scorer in European competition, and he put that away minimal fuss. Rogers Mato set up Miller for the second goal, striding up, holding the ball, turning it over in his hands. Taking Hearts' third penalty. Both sides have scored their opening 2. Hearts went first. This is Matos taking his time, places the ball on the spot, shakes out his wrists. Goes back the way. I'm sure the Hearts fans can barely watch. Rogers Mato takes a deep breath. Addresses the ball, right-footed. Oh, brilliant penalty. Goalkeeper went to his right, but it is squeezed into the corner like Cara did for Rapid, and Hearts lead 3-2 in the shootout.
Great penalty from Rogers Mato. I was worried, I must admit, but it's a brilliant penalty. Whips it across the keeper into the bottom corner. 3-2 up.
Basically right in the side netting there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be...
I'm sweating, man. I'm sweating.
It's Mulai Haidara, who set up the late equaliser for Rapid Vienna, the substitute from Mali, is going to try and draw Rapid level in the shootout for a third time. 20-year-old. Will he feel the pressure? Looks a bit nervous. He's left-footed. Really short run-up. It is Haidara. Goes back on the right foot. Stutter save! Saved by Bo Rouse! Heroic! From the Hearts goalkeeper away to his right. Pushes it away. And it stays Hearts 3, Rapid 2 in the shootout.
He deserves to miss it for that. That is a ridiculous run-up and a ridiculous penalty. I don't care. Oh, what...
Great save, Ryan, but honestly, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. That happens all the time. See, when you take a penalty, just put your foot through it. And if the keeper saves it, then fair enough. But see all this little stuttery run, the check, the stamp, and then you hit it.
Kyrgiota, come on, son.
Saba Kyrgiota.
Come on.
What a performance from him off the bench to put Hearts 2 in front in the shootout. Hadel dances on the line. Kyrgiota, left-footed, slow run-up, addresses the ball.
Yes, what a penalty.
Brilliant. Bends away from the goalkeeper, smashes the net. It's 4-2 Hearts, and Rapid must score.
Yeah, match point.
He deserves that as well. Superb. Proper penalty, that. Good pace. Again, he's went up there with a bit of conviction. He knows where he's putting it. Head down, right in the corner. Love the manager's reaction as well.
They're going to have one for it, Ryan, if nothing else. If he doesn't save this, they're going to have one for it.
It is Yusuf Demir. He has to score or Hearts are going to the Conference League. A former Barcelona player against Boraus. The Ultras are hushed, even they're stunned. It is Demir. Whistle goes. Takes a massive breath. Demir left-footed, brilliant penalty, reverses it into the top corner. It's 4-3.
Here we go.
This Hearts to win it.
A brilliant penalty. Don't be Cabot, please.
That was a good penalty right in the top corner.
Who takes this one? Who are you giving this one to? Mendy?
Somebody with...
Just hit it, please.
Set.
Don't stutter your run, please.
Yeah, Spittle's gone off each year. Oh, it's Ocean McEntee. Ocean McEntee takes the responsibility. If he scores, Hearts have league phase European football. He was heroic in defence. Can he be heroic in the shootout? McEntee, right-footed, saved! Saved! Too close to the middle. The goalkeeper went low to his left-hand side and smothers it. And Rapids live to fight another day.
It's a poor penalty kick. Virtually goes down the middle. Keeper dives to his left. Goalie, I thought the goalie might have been off his line, but his right foot's on the line. Still all to play for.
I think he's just got to hit that as hard as he can. He's tried.
It's a really poor penalty. Really poor.
And it will be Marco Tilio. Still has to score here.
Still
has to score here, Marco Tilio.
This is nearly as bad as the last game of the season last year.
Former Celtic player. Longer run up to the edge of the 18-yard box. Can Rouse bail out McEntee here? Straight run up. Now he moves to the left. Forward. Stutters. Right-footed.
Yes!
Saved! It's saved! Boraus is the hero! Hearts are heading to the Conference League! It is one of the most heroic performances away in Europe you are ever likely to see. Hearts played with 10 men for 44 minutes. They were ahead in extra time thanks to a wonder goal from Miller. They were punched in the gut with a last-minute equaliser from Svetkovic for Rapid to force sport kicks. But Bo Rouse, the giant Dutchman, has saved 2 penalties in the shootout. And Hearts are Conference League bound. The players race to the away end. The Hearts fans are going mental. They can get their passports back out again. Hearts will play in the Conference League, and for all the doom and gloom that always surrounds Scottish clubs in European qualifiers, Hearts have blown that all away with an absolutely incredible performance filled with guts, determination, heart and massive quality and composure when they needed it most. It is a huge fillip for Wouter Franken in his embryonic days at Heart of Midlothian. He has got them into Europe. Incredible. Hearts through to the Conference League on penalty kicks. Wow!
Brilliant, Thomas. Absolutely magnificent. Thoroughly deserved. They deserved it. They deserved it in the 90 minutes. They deserved it in the extra time. They deserved it in the penalties. They have been terrific. Absolutely magnificent. One of the finest displays you'll ever see. The one many years ago over in Vienna as well. Mike Galloway, the late, brilliant Mike Galloway, scored the winning goal. That tonight is brilliant. And when we had a bad night last night as a national, as a team from Scotland with Celtic, that is brilliant. Look at the fans. Magnificent.
It finished in Austria. Rapid Vienna 2, Heart of Midlothian 2. Hearts win it on penalties. Wow.
Thomas.